Mikey!
What the
Saquon Barkley, 302 yards, 2 touchdowns. On that same day, the entire Giants offense had 245 yards and 1 touchdown. Is this a compliment to Saquon, a diss to the Giants, or both? I think it's both of them. Saquon went crazy and the Giants are poverty. Giants fans watching Saquon Barkley outgain their entire offense after they just cut the QB they chose to pay instead. You know what is so crazy about this? People were really calling Saquon Barkley washed when he was on New York. Because he had that injury and he came back and people were like, oh, this isn't the same Saquon. He's getting 2 yards a carry. He's a bum. He's not good anymore. And then you just put him on a halfway mediocre team where you can do more than just run the football. And all of a sudden he's a god. It just goes to show you how offensive line and scheme dependent the running back position can be. It's also why running backs don't get paid. It's just crazy that we could think Saquon was washed and now he's literally having an MVP season. The Eagles are now 7-0 since Nick Sirianni shaved his head. He looks like a goofball. The Giants really let Saquon Barkley go in order to pay a guy that they have now already cut. I talked about this for so long, but yeah, that's insane.
All right, so I just talked to Ed Barry, and I think just mulling over this, the right thing to do is let you test the market and see what your value is.
Ugh, that's such an uncomfortable conversation.
I don't want to do the franchise thing or all that stuff again. I don't want to go through that. We've both been through that. You know, if you really want to be a Giant for life and you're interested in staying here and coming back, just see what your market is and then have Ed come back to us and we'll see if we can come to an agreement.
I've never seen this clip.
All right, I appreciate that.
Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Can you give me your word on that, or you're not going to give us a chance?
What do you mean? Like circling back?
Yeah.
I mean, I already told you where I want to be, so.
Okay. All right. Well, let's do that. We'll go out and see what the market says. I think it's the right.
Ugh, that is so awkward. Never forget when the Giants owner said he'd have a tough time sleeping if Saquon goes to Philadelphia.
I'm gonna have a tough time sleeping if Saquon goes to Philadelphia. I'll tell you that.
Tell him.
As I've told you, just being honest.
Tell him.
I've been around enough players, so but he's the most popular player we have by far.
Yeah.
This guy knows ball. But honestly, at the end of the day, like, what can you really do? I guess you can offer him the super mega bag, but the thing is, like, yeah, hindsight's 2020. What would the Giants have done with Saquon? They wouldn't have done anything with him. They would have continued to do the same thing with Saquon that they've always done, which is nothing. They would have given him a shitty quarterback, a shitty scheme, a mediocre offensive line, and he would have put up the same stats, more or less. Even if you kept him, I don't know that he's going to go nuclear like the way he's going. There's nothing I can do for them. Bro, you're literally their coach. Yeah, I heard about this. I didn't see it.
Once those guys cross the white lines, there's nothing I can do for them. There's nothing any coach can do for them once they cross the white line. It's my job to continue to prepare not only them, but our coaches to go out here and play better football. Thanks.
What? That's just a case of saying the wrong thing. It is quite literally your job to make sure that when they cross the white line that they play their best and behave their best. That is your job. I don't think that's really what he meant to say. Gerard Mayo coaching the Patriots every week.
There's no strategy. I have no strategy. There's zero strategy.
I mean, what could he do, though? You gotta cut him a little bit of slack. That team is washed. That team does not. I think the New England Patriots have bottom 3 talent on their roster. I'm trying to think who's really got bottom 3 talent. Tennessee Titans have bottom. They don't have a lot of talent at all. I like to hear Tart. The Patriots are ass. Just talent-wise. You know who doesn't have a lot of talent but is really playing well, though, is the Washington Commanders. Jaden Daniels is really good, but that team is not supposed to be good on, and they're good. Coach, please make some in-game adjustments.
Oh, hey.
He's just having a good time.
Got him.
He's just goofing around.
Oh, heads up. Got him. Got him all.
Is he just doing this shit all day?
Got him all.
He knows he's mic'd up. He's just giving us a good moment. Patriots got Drake May going through it. Yeah. Honestly, Drake May's probably got Drake May going through it. The 49ers kicker and long snapper should have choked Debo out after this job. Bro, I said this. When Debo was so pissed at them for missing, I remember watching this game thinking like, damn, imagine. I remember this throw, though. That's a hard-ass catch. Could he have caught it? Yeah, probably, but you got a backer about to light you up. From that angle, you should catch it. Frankly, if you're an NFL wide receiver and the ball hits both of your hands, you should catch it. That's the reality of catching the football. Deebo Samuel on the 49ers sideline trying to avoid eye contact with the kicker after he caused an interception. Can you imagine Jake Moody's 5'9" ass going up and chase? Jake Moody's kind of thick, though. He's a stocky kicker. He's kind of a thick boy. Tabor Pepper and Jake Moody to Deebo Samuel in the film room. This may be the first time in NFL history I've known the name of a long snapper. Kyle Shanahan putting Brock Purdy back on the field next week after watching Brandon Allen. I think it's Braden Allen, but I don't think it really matters. That guy was dog water. It reminds you that Brock Purdy is not a system QB. He's actually really good. Because you put another guy in the system and they suck. Although, can we talk about this? The 49ers fall off needs to be studied. I get some of their players are injured. The Niners are 5-7. They're not even going to smell the playoffs. That's crazy. They took down the Lions. They went to the Super Bowl. They followed that up with a losing record. Like, that's actually pretty hard to do. This is the nastiest use of the B button in real life that I've ever seen. Yeah, Kevontae Turpin's a dog. There's not too much to be excited about as a Cowboys fan right now, but Kevontae Turpin is one of them. He is probably the best special teamer in the league right now, I think.
Kevontae Turpin takes it all the way.
Bo Nix snatching Rookie of the Year from Jaden Daniels. No. Jaden Daniels had another very good week.
That shit fake, nigga.
I don't want to hear it. Jaden Daniels is still winning that shit. Jaden Daniels is my GOAT, my savior. He saved my fantasy team from being dog shit. I would not be 8-5 if it was not for Jaden Daniels. Saquon and AJ Brown hit Jared McCain's TikTok dance as their touchdown celebration. I don't think this is Jared McCain's dance. I'm pretty sure it's just a TikTok dance, but fine. They really be practicing this shit. They really be practicing that shit. Like, that takes a bit of choreography. Bengals lose another close one. Joe Burrow, 600 yards and 7 touchdowns. Jamar Chase, 400 yards and 5. Higgins went hard. Evan McPherson whiffed a bunch of kicks, and they lose by a point to the bye week. But they got a lot of fantasy points. Quentin Johnston, Monday Night Football highlights. 5 targets, no catches, no yards, 3 drops, and the worst wide receiver game in NFL history. Now, that's a stretch. This is absolutely insane to me. I like Quentin Johnston. I think he's got good size. I think he actually gets solid separation now in his second year. But I have never seen a wide receiver get so many chances. That's the weird thing to me. Like, when wide receivers drop even 1 or 2 balls, I see them get, like, benched, canned, significantly moved out of the rotation. Quentin Johnston, is it just like a depth thing on the Chargers? Do they just have nobody else to put in there? Throw the damn ball to Ladd McConkey. Let Ladd McConkey do it. And these drops are really pitiful drops, too. These are, like, no excuse drops. Like, this one right here, that is a beat that's fucking gorgeous, bro. I hate to say it, but I actually could catch that. I hate to say it, but I actually legitimately could catch that football. That's crazy, man. He's not even covered. I'm gonna be that guy. This is an understandable drop. It's a deep comeback. This is a hard catch. Should he make it? Absolutely. Is it a hard catch? Yes. That one you gotta make. The thing is, it's like, the DB didn't even strip this. He never caught it. He never really caught it. He does not have that ball quite yet. The DB hasn't touched the football. There's footballs on his belly before his arms get in there. He didn't have a shot at catching that. It's a bummer, dude. It's just a bummer. And he was a high pick, and he looked good at TCU. He's really good at TCU. I don't know what happened with him. What the fuck did I just click on? Is this AI?
Said hi.
Stop it! Even the fake industry plant can't believe how bad Quentin Johnston is.
And they come back to
Do you think this chick knows that they're going to put the camera on her every single time? Do you think she just, like, totally plays it up because now she knows the camera's going to be on her? Or do you think she's really just a diehard Chargers fan? You never know. Quentin Johnston, Zay Flowers, Jordan Addison. I'm going to be honest, though. Like, hold up for a second. Zay Flowers kind of has a drop problem, too. This whole... Okay, Jordan Addison's a dog. Jordan Addison's a dog. It's just that Justin Jefferson's the best wide receiver in the NFL. So, obviously, like, there's going to be games where he simply doesn't get the football. But, dude, either of these teams would probably be happier with Jordan Addison. I've seen Zay Flowers make some very good plays, but damn does he drop some footballs, bro. This is a wild story, but apparently the Chargers coach's dad slept with the Ravens coach's mom. No way. I love the Harbaughs, actually. Like, I hated Harbaugh so much because he was at Michigan, but deep down, I always liked him. It was like when Tom Brady went to the Buccaneers. Like, I love Tom Brady then. Couldn't stand him on New England. Jim Harbaugh at Thanksgiving dinner when John asks how work went this week. Derrick Henry when a Chargers DB tries to tackle him. Yoink. 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 Eelink. Whose uncle? Whose washed up uncle who's trying to relive his glory days is stiff arming the shit out of 4-year-olds? If I could do one thing with no repercussions, no consequences, just like one genie wish, but like it's gotta be really stupid. You know what I mean? Like the genie's not gonna give me $1 billion, but he's gonna let me do something really fucking stupid. I would love to full pads just run through a bunch of little shit crying 6-year-olds, bro. I would love to go 1v11 and just give them CTE for life, bro.
Fuck them kids.
Lamar recreated his viral touchdown from high school.
Jackson to the
Yeah, this is one of the sickest clips ever.
touchdown Ravens.
That's crazy.
Jackson
I remember when I first saw this clip, I had no idea that was Lamar Jackson. Like when I first saw this clip, Lamar was in the pros. When I first saw this, I saw it like 2-3 years late, right? I didn't know it was him. I was just like, wow, that kid's athletic as shit. I wonder what happened with him.
Touchdown Ravens.
But now when you watch Lamar, it's so clear that that's Lamar. Like, he still runs like that. Lamar Jackson should have 30 touchdowns and 0 interceptions this year. Here are his only 3 interceptions.
Jackson, and that pass
What did I say about Zay Flowers? Just kidding. That's Nelson Aguilar. He's a bum.
intercepted by Spillane. Right into the
Oh, it's Bateman. Doesn't matter. Nobody on the Ravens can catch the fucking football.
But Jacorian Bennett knocks it away right into the waiting arms.
It's a tight window.
On 2nd and 10.
It's a tight window, I guess.
Jackson's pass.
Intercepted.
Even Marky
There's
Mark,
that first
bro.
interception. Sanger still, the rookie from Michigan.
And he's going to get a nice little tackle for it. Yeah, I'd be pissed. I'd be hot. I mean, it's a tough ball, and it's not right in his chest. But yeah, I mean,
Ball a little wide.
yeah, you gotta catch it.
Deep drop. Timing
This one
route.
pissed me off.
In the bucket, caught by Hill.
I mean, he
Steelers
just
fighting for the
straight
football.
up
They come
took
away
that
with
fucking
it.
ball from him. Just really like Lamar. He just took that shit, bro.
He got the
Just
arm
took
in
it.
there, and then
It's a hell of a,
kept
actually, it's a
ripping
hell
at
of a
it.
play is what it was. Although here's the thing about this, by the way. How many should-be interceptions are dropped because the DB just literally butterfingers the shit out of it, right? Are we gonna start putting in stats for like shouldn't be interceptions or dropped it? You can't do it. An interception just will always be an interception. I've thought about that before though, like when you throw to a receiver dead in his hands and he just like bobbles it and then the ball goes to a DB, or on the flip side, you throw a ball directly at a DB and they're just like, you gotta leave interceptions as interceptions. We can't have these like asterisk stats. Chargers fans explaining why this game isn't Justin Herbert's fault in any way. Yeah, Justin Herbert may literally be the least criticized quarterback I've ever seen. He never gets legitimately criticized. Is he good? Yes. Can you criticize him still? Absolutely. Watch the Chargers' reactions after every Quentin Johnston drop.
By Johnston.
So there's the first one. Harbaugh's like, oh my God, you're a bum. You're homeless fraud.
Get the ball to
Ladd
Johnston tonight.
McConkey. Next one.
There's Johnston. Can't hang
Oh,
on to that.
Quentin.
He was losing his footing at the
Quinty
top
poo.
of the route. And then
That's the only one I would
stumbling
give him the
against
benefit of the doubt. That was kind of tough.
Herbert. Here's
That
Johnston.
one,
He drops it again.
like he literally never had that.
It was knocked out by White.
He never had that.
But-
Everyone's booed. Dude, imagine getting booed in your own stadium too. That's kind of fucking hurt, man. Like this, QJC. It's not that hard. Like this. Look at Harbaugh. Look at him getting reps in. Herbert has Quentin Johnston wide open on 3rd down. Bonk. Quentin Johnston and Jalen Reagor making sure no TCU wide receiver ever gets drafted in the 1st round ever again. Jalen Reagor was TCU? We should have known. You know, they used to say that about Ohio State quarterbacks. But honestly, Justin Fields has been pretty solid this year until Russ started. Now Russ looks incredible. And then CJ Stroud's been balling out. They're finally over that narrative.
His testicle sack is now so large, he has to wear a huge hoodie upside down instead of trousers.
Harbaugh just built like that. J.K. Dobbins' revenge game versus the Ravens. Uh-oh. Come here like a good boy. Yes, King Henry. Oh my God, what the hell is that? What the fuck is that? No shot they coded that in. This is so funny because I've been to so many EA events now. They show you how they make these celebrations. You guys all know what I'm talking about. These guys put on these black suits and then they put all these little motion capture balls on them. And then they manually do it. So if you see a celebration, it's like fucking Odell hitting the whip, right? They had some dude put on a suit and hit the whip. And that's how they put it in the game. So that means that there was somebody who got paid by EA to get down on all fours, crawl like a fucking dog, and do this up at someone else who's holding a football and staring like, I always think of the behind the scenes of it. It always reminds me of when people make those cringy ass fucking short form videos where they like shopping at Target. And like there's a shot of them like pushing their shopping cart from like 30 feet away. So you walked up there, you set your phone down, you hit record, then you walked back, got your cart, and then walked past your phone, and then went and got your phone and like, get a fucking job, bum. Get a real job like MMG. I sit here and watch memes for you stupid, brainless fucking idiots, and you watch it. Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Thank y'all for taking on this ride with me.
When it's the family Thanksgiving turkey bowl and your little cousin has been talking smack, he doesn't realize that you've been drinking since 8 a.m. and started on JV as a senior. It's a man's game tonight now, you know that. It's a man's game tonight. This is what I'm talking about. I just want to light up a little 6-year-old. Dude, I hate children so bad. I despise them so much. Me at Thanksgiving dinner when my uncle asked how my 4-8 fantasy team is doing. Couldn't be me. It could never be me. Me, 12 beers deep, throwing absolute piss missiles at the family Thanksgiving turkey bowl while my wife is inside cheating on me with the neighbor. I think I'm 07 Tom Brady. The only thing unrelatable about this is having a wife. Holy shit, I've been through so many, dude. I'm actually fucked. No woman will ever be enough. I'm going gay.
I'm fed up with this world.
Quentin Johnston, can you pass the turkey? That literally could not have gone worse. That was like the worst case scenario. Babe, please don't get too crazy at Thanksgiving dinner. Meet her grandma after 10 beers.
Especially running backs that switch teams and play better for their new team than they did with their old team.
Saquon Barkley.
Guys like Saquon Barkley of the Philadelphia Eagles.
I love Gruden so much. I'm so glad he does the Barstool thing.
Did you see that performance? Got me feeling 26 carries, 265 yards.
Hey!
I hope you're not next.
Me at the annual Thanksgiving family football game, absolutely trashed at 10 a.m. I think I'm prime 2011 Tim Tebow. Nobody could stop Tim Tebow. Also, why did Tim Tebow not work in the NFL? Because I felt like he was like okay for a little bit. I know he had a very unorthodox throwing style, but other than that, I don't really know why he wasn't good. My family trying to stop me from getting my second beer. It's not my second. It's my 24th that I drove. Yeah, baby! You know what would make this Thanksgiving better? My car keys! Yeah! When someone at the Thanksgiving table asks if you're ever gonna get a girlfriend, remember when Brandon Staley continued to have a job after he continued to choke like 8 NFL football games in a row? Matt Eberflus got canned on the fucking spot. He already was doing a pretty piss poor job, and then he just let his team fucking lose. It's one of the craziest things I've ever seen. That guy got canned on the spot. Brandon Staley did that like 12 times before they were like, okay, we're gonna get rid of you. And guess what? They're great now. They have a winning record. They're going to the playoffs.
You don't have to ask that again.
Baker Mayfield is suing his father and brother's company, claiming they stole $12 million from him between 2018 and 2021. Thanksgiving at the Mayfields is gonna be awkward this year. Is this true? Bucks Mayfield sues father's company, claims money not repaid. Baker Mayfield sued his father's company last week, alleging breach of contract over a failure to repay millions. Alleges that Camwood Capital Management Group and its subsidiaries obtained $12 million from the Mayfields between 2018 and 2021 without their knowledge or consent. So it sounds like his dad's company is an investment firm, Camwood Capital Management Group. The suit alleges that the Mayfield's assets were distributed and used by Camwood to pay operational expenses without proper accounting or explanation. So money laundering or embezzlement? I mean, this is just an allegation, but I mean, you don't sue your own dad unless you're gonna put up a good fucking fight. Ooh, wait a minute. Here's why they're getting sued. So way back in January, so almost 10 months ago, Camwood Capital, Baker's dad's company, said that they were gonna repay Baker $12 million, basically, in installments starting September 30th. However, the suit states that none of those obligations were fulfilled. So in January, 10 months ago, Baker and his dad hashed it out. He said, you gotta pay me back. He said, okay. Now 10 months later, he hasn't paid Baker shit. So now Baker is formally suing him. Holy shit. What kind of corrupt ass shit is this? Why would you steal $12 million from your NFL superstar son? Go fuck yourself. If it's true, I shouldn't get ahead of myself. Allegations is a very strong word, but this is crazy. At the very least, what we can say is true is they did reach an agreement to repay $12 million back in January. So it sounds like his father has already admitted that they did steal $12 million, but he agreed to pay it back, and now he just hasn't. The lawsuit is now formally requesting that Camwood, Baker's dad's company, repay the $12 million plus interest. Now, here's the thing about this, though. Baker's dad is the owner, and Baker's brother is the managing director, However, that does not mean that those two people legitimately stole the money from Baker. Was it probably them? Yeah. But it sounds like it could have been anyone in the company who had access to those funds, right? I mean, anybody could misappropriate funds if they have the access to do so. So somebody at the company was siphoning money from Baker to fucking embezzle or commit fraud. Holy shit. Me taking my Thanksgiving plate into the other room when politics get brought up at the table. There is nothing worse than people who are obsessed with politics. Nothing worse. People who are obsessed with politics may be the most insufferable people on the planet. I know somebody who literally their whole life revolves around it, and I just simply don't spend any time with them anymore. POV, you're Aaron Rodgers, family Thanksgiving.
Wait the way you act.
Oh boy.
I'm not part of the family? No. You don't act right, you're not part of the family.
Oh my God.
Oh, you threw turkey at me? Don't blow up.
Oh my Lord.
You know what I gotta say is, like, all these videos are fake, obviously. Back then, when people weren't faking shit on the internet 24/7, they did such a good job. Like, it was so believable. It's McJuggernuggets, right? That's his name or something like that. They're all such good actors. The dad, too. Like, these are not classically trained actors. They're just good at acting.
I'm so good.
It's just, like, it's so believable. Me snagging every pass from my uncle. Whoa, 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 whoa. God, my grandpa, when he sees a whoa. The Bears forgot they had a timeout and ran the rest of the clock out to lose the game. I can't believe I haven't talked about this already. Eberflus got canned instantly, as he deserved. And Thanksgiving Day, for the first time in like forever, was an exciting day for myself and my family because the Lions won and we had a very great chance to lose. I have no idea how this happened. I will never understand how this happened. On 2nd and 20 with 34 seconds left, the Bears come out and run, I think what was a QB draw, and they get sacked.
Look at this.
So horrible play. So now there's 33 seconds. The Bears have one timeout. They're down by 3. They're in deep field goal range, and here's what transpires.
This is the end of the previous play, was right at 32 seconds. Wow. Now at that point, you believe you're not going to get another but one play off after this?
The coaches are like, listen, everyone get back. Get downfield.
Even Caleb trying to get him to come back.
Like, what on earth is going on? Does nobody understand what's going on here? During that entire 15 seconds, what is Eberflus doing? Some people in this comment section are saying that's Caleb's fault, not the coach. You're insane. You think that's Caleb's fault? Dude, once the clock gets to 10 and no play has been called, Eberflus needs to call the timeout and bring the field goal unit out. Is that where you want to kick a field goal from? No. You want a closer field goal. Clearly, with 10 seconds left, you can't get it. In fact, even worse, 8 seconds now. He can still call the timeout. How is this Caleb's fault? Obviously, the Bears were not prepared. They didn't get to the line nearly fast enough. And then they snapped the ball with 6 seconds left. Now that the ball's snapped, you have two options. You throw the ball away super quick, or you Hail Mary it. And frankly, this is where I think you could like discredit Caleb Williams, because he did neither. Even if he catches that football, he probably doesn't score a touchdown. Saying this is Caleb Williams' fault, I think, is insane. Okay, and I'm allowed to criticize Matt Eberflus because you're an NFL head coach. It is quite literally your job to manage the game. You can't make your players play better, but you manage the game. Right at the 20-second mark, you call a timeout. It's 3rd and long. You could throw one short pass out of bounds, pick up those extra 5 yards. It's an easier field goal. If you don't pick them up, you kick the same field goal you were going to kick anyway. The single thing that Eberflus could not do, the only thing he could not do, is not call a timeout. I know that sounded weird, but not calling the timeout completely sealed this game. The only way this works now is if the Bears pull off a Hail Mary. That's the only way this works. Matt Eberflus stood there with his hand in his cock. It's almost like he wanted to get fired. Sometimes you watch a head coach do something and you're like, bro, you're just trying to lose. This guy's saying that Caleb should have thrown the ball away. He tried for the deep ball to tie the game. He tried to win the game with that last packet and took too much time off. This is just honestly a really casual take. I agree that Caleb should have thrown the ball away, but Caleb isn't taking the time off. Caleb is the rookie quarterback. The seasoned NFL head coach is the one who calls the timeout. What, you want Caleb Williams to manage the offense, throw the football, be the quarterback, and you want him to call the timeout? That's Eberflus's job. This guy said it's illegal for QBs or anyone on the field to call a timeout in the final 2 minutes of the game. I'm like 90% sure this is just straight up misinformation. That's not true. I don't think that's true at all. The clock is running out. Somebody call a timeout. Matt Eberflus. I remember sitting there with my parents and I was like, yeah, he's getting canned. He's going to get fired before Monday. And he got canned. When you ask Matt Eberflus to take the turkey out in 30 seconds. Everyone on the sideline was aware of the clock except the generational quarterback prospect. You could put blame on literally every single person on Chicago's offense, like all of them. Cole Kmet doesn't know the play. DJ Moore doesn't know the play. Nobody's paying attention. Caleb, the clock is running out. Hurry up and snap the ball. Huh? I'm a dog, but I still want to party. Pink felt like I'm ready to bend. Yeah. What? Matt Eberflus after losing 23-20 on Thanksgiving, but he saved his extra timeout for next week. Yeah, that is, maybe Matt Eberflus is just being smart because everybody knows in the NFL your timeouts carry over. So now he'll actually have 4 timeouts in the first half of his next game.
Shut your stupid ass up. Say that, folks.
Matt Eberflus on not using a timeout and letting the time expire to end the game.
I like what we did there. Again, once it's under 7, you're gonna call timeout there, or actually under 12, and then really you don't have an option. Because it's 3rd to 4th, you got to throw it into the end zone then. So to me, it's I think we handled it the right way.
He just blatantly contradicted himself. What the fuck is he talking about? This is a man who wants to get fired. What he just said made no sense. We're gonna listen to this back, and we're gonna try and decipher what the hell he just said.
I do believe that, he just re-racked the play, get it in bounce, and call timeout, and that's why we held it, and didn't work out the way we wanted it to.
That makes no sense. That makes literally no sense.
Yeah, I like what we did.
Okay, he likes what they did. You're fucking insane.
Again, once it's under 7.
Okay, this is what makes no sense. Once it's under 7, wait.
You're gonna call timeout.
You're gonna call a timeout?
Under 12.
Under 12. Once it's under 7, you're gonna call a timeout, or once it's under 12, you're gonna call a timeout. But you didn't. You didn't call a timeout, and it was under 12.
And then really you don't have an option.
And then really you don't have an option? What do you mean? Is he saying if you call a timeout under 12, you no longer have a choice to do anything else?
Don't listen to this. He's an idiot.
Number one, that's not true at all. If you have 12 seconds on the clock and it's 3rd and 26, you can absolutely throw one short 5-yard out route. And if you don't complete it, or if it's going to be completed in bounds, you just, whatever, screw it, and then you kick a field goal.
Because it's 3rd to 4th, you got to throw it into the end zone then. So
it's 3rd to 4th, you got to throw it into the end zone then? No, you don't. You don't have to do any of that because it's a 58-yard field goal, and you're down by 3. So what the fuck is he talking about?
I like the fact that, I don't like you.
Jamison Williams really threw the ball at Tyreek Stevenson's face.
Both wishing each other happy Thanksgiving for a minute, but you got to keep the football in your hand and not flip.
Just gave him a bonk. We got a penalty for that, too. We got a 15-yard penalty for that. Jameer Sonic Gibbs got rocked.
Saves the game.
Ooh! I really hope that Jahmyr Gibbs is not fumble prone in the playoffs. I remember so vividly that 49ers NFC Championship last year when we had a lot of momentum. We had that huge halftime lead, and the first drive out of half, Jahmyr Gibbs fumble. And then all of a sudden we were in a lot of trouble. Matt Eberflus trying to board the team flight back to... Matt Eberflus.
Is the man retarded? I mean, mentally disabled? Sure.
This clip will never get a look at how uncomfortable this man is. Also, you know that this dude says the R word literally every day of his life, and it just now slipped on live. I used to have that problem. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. When I was like 17 and I streamed, my vocabulary was incredibly bad. And like, I would just accidentally lay it down on streams all the time. It was not cool. Matt Eberflus, when his assistants tell him that they have this cool thing called a timeout that makes the clock stop ticking.
Wow.
I never heard of that.
I didn't know that. I just, you're telling me now for the first time.
Matt Eberflus, the next time he's pumping gas in Chicago. Wait, what the hell is this video? Where do you get this shit, Ghetto Gronk?
We have concise descriptions in ancient texts.
Tua in big games when it's not 75 degrees sunny with palm trees gently swaying outside the stadium.
I am the worst football player.
You know Tua is just shooting himself in the foot forever saying that out loud. I remember the context of this clip too. He was talking about how Brian Flores was like an incredibly negative coach, and then he's really excited to be with Mike McDaniels because Brian Flores would always tell him that he's dog shit, basically. But the second you say that, it's going to be meme material forever.
I am the worst football player.
And ironically, Tua was actually very good in this game. But listen, if we're going to say that quarterback stats are wins, then we have to say the same thing for losses. Like, if we're going to pretend that quarterbacks are 8-0 or quarterbacks are 0-5, then I will forever stand on the fact that wins being a quarterback stat is the stupidest thing ever. We never talk about wins being a running back stat or a wide receiver stat or a middle linebacker stat, but it's always a quarterback. I get it. They're probably the most important piece of the team, but dog shit quarterbacks win games all the time because of great defenses and great coaching. And that never gets brought up. Mike McDaniel, after dropping to a 1-15 record versus teams above 500, but he still gets praised by the media for funny, mic'd up moments. Hey. Hey. The Miami Dolphins, when they have to play in cold weather, they're Danny Dimes. True. Evan Neal got beat so bad he turned into an edge rusher.
Let me just turn you around. You're kidding me.
He actually does look like it. Oh my God, he really did look like an edge rusher. CeeDee Lamb on Thanksgiving. Oh! You know it's bad when there's no context to the meme. It's literally just a picture of another wide receiver. Like, you know it's bad for Quentin Johnston. Quentin Johnston at Thanksgiving dinner watching CeeDee Lamb drop passes.
The whole fucking flow.
Word for word, bar for bar. Soulja Boy is the most delusional rapper of all time, but you know what? This man has made a career out of virtually one song for like 20 years. It's actually so impressive. Malik Neighbors, I'm not being targeted early enough. Malik Neighbors. CeeDee Lamb on Thanksgiving. Hey. Hey. Terry Bradshaw, you're in for a treat tonight because the weather doesn't bother Tua. Graphic immediately pops up showing Tua is 1-7 in games 50 degrees or below.
Treat tonight because the weather doesn't bother Tua. This is going to be a fun game to watch.
If the weather doesn't bother him, the weather is bothering him.
You know what I think happened there? I think somewhere on the teleprompter, it told Bradshaw to mention how Tua sucks in cold weather, and he just read it wrong. That's how it happens half the time on these sets. These guys don't have, like, infinite ball knowledge always. There's a few guys who really do have infinite ball knowledge, but, like, there's just a teleprompter, and one of the writers was, like, mention how Tua's bad in cold weather, and he just didn't read it correctly, and then you get this.
He's one in... The weather obviously bothers the man.
Tua earlier this week on playing in the cold. I'm excited to kill narratives, so let's go bring it on. Yeah, I mean, like this is the reality of it, though, right? You lose the game, people will blame you, even if you play well. Tua Tagovailoa, when dude, that's crazy. Aaron Rodgers does look like shit this year. The Giants really used a gobble-gobble snap count on Thanksgiving. Proceeded to get like no yards on a tush push. This is crazy though. Why is it that the Philadelphia Eagles are so successful with this play? Because now I watch the Giants run the same play and look at this, they're moving backwards. When the Eagles run the tush push, it looks nothing like this. Penei Sewell this season, 0 sacks allowed, and he has been sacked 1 time. I love the Lions. You know what, though? You know what I like about this play? So many players, especially offensive linemen who never get to throw the ball. They 100% are throwing that football. They're throwing that fucking football. Even if it's not open downfield. But that's why I like Penei Sewell, because he looked downfield, said, yeah, that's not going to happen. And he just took a 2-yard loss. Smart man. Ain't you on your third plate? Ain't that your third husband? Boom. Roasted. The ref on top immediately blows the play dead and signals false start. This would be a 5-yard pre-snap penalty and replay of the down. Instead, the refs get together and give the Chiefs the option to accept the outcome of a play that was blown dead. The NFL isn't even trying to hide it anymore. Genuinely never seen anything this blatantly bad in a long time. And the only time you ever see something blatantly this bad is in a Chiefs game, too. But let's watch this one.
From here. Drops it. Flag is thrown, though. Flag will stop it. Meanwhile, the
look at this. Ref has thrown this flag before anything's occurred. He's already on the flag.
Conversation continues.
Blows play dead before recovery. And look at him. He comes out waving like this. Before the fumble's recovery, he's waving.
Barnum tapped the center. Jackson powers Johnson, usually when you're on the road.
False start. Okay, so like, in case any of you out there are truly incredibly not knowledgeable. You got me. If there's an offsides, the defense jumps offsides. That's a free play for the offense because you can decline that penalty. That's why a lot of times you'll see a quarterback just throw a Hail Mary. They'll just lob it downfield. If their wide receiver catches it, they can decline the penalty. False start, instantly blown dead, automatic 5 yards. You don't have a choice to accept it or decline it. False start on the Raiders. However, the Chiefs recovered a fumble after we blew the play dead. So we're changing the call to illegal shift so they can decline the penalty and let the play stand. Go Chiefs. Taylor Swift in her suite putting a curse on the Raiders to make them miss 3 field goals and fumble the snap while in a game-winning field goal range so the Chiefs win. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest though, like, I get it, a whole lot of shit's going on. This Chiefs team cannot make the Super Bowl if they keep playing like this. Their record is completely inflated. They are a very not good 12-1 team or 11-1 team. I know that sounds backwards, but they are barely squeaking by bad teams. Their point differential is so close. Like, they literally could have lost 6 of these games very easily. The Chiefs, when it comes to barely beating the shittiest teams in the NFL with help from the refs. The refs, whenever the Chiefs are about to lose. Hey! Get him, ref! Get him, ref! That's a pretty accurate representation. The refs realizing a play that was blown dead resulted in a favorable outcome for the Chiefs.
I can rewrite the story.
Tell them rewrite it. The NFL thinking of new ways to rig games for the Chiefs every single week. Oppenheimer's on the case, bro. Anyone complaining about the refs favoring the Chiefs needs to actually read the NFL rulebook. A false start occurs when an offensive player moves illegally before the ball is snapped, in which the play immediately becomes dead. This results in a loss of 5 yards. However, if a play that was blown dead due to a false start results... Holy fuck, I just got got. How did I just get got?
Stop being a damn fool.
If the clock was running at the snap, then by rule, an illegal shift would convert to a false start. Since the clock was stopped because of the second down spike, it was an illegal shift penalty. Is that explaining it in favor of the Chiefs or again? I really don't understand. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter if the refs actually cheated or if that was the correct call. This shit always happens in favor of the Chiefs in close games. That's the main thing. This kind of shenanigans, like rule warping, oh, by the way, here's this one rule we forgot to tell you about it. This shit always comes up in a Chiefs game. NFL fans to Aiden O'Connell after he outplayed Mahomes in a rigged loss.
It's not your fault.
It's not your fault, buddy boy. Daniel Carlson seeing Raiders fans blame the refs when he missed 3 field goals that would have won them the game. Dude, kickers have been dog shit this year. I'm talking about like some of the best kickers too. Daniel Carlson was electric for a few years. Justin Tucker looks washed as shit. I don't even think Harrison Butker's like played much this year. He was like injured. Younghoe Koo's looked kind of washed. The best kickers have been brick salesman Jake Bates for the Detroit Lions and Brandon Aubrey. Okay, Brandon Aubrey was actually a dog last year. So Brandon Aubrey and then Chris Boswell. Chris Boswell has been unbelievable. It's just weird. It's been a really bad year for kickers. Brock Bowers to Travis Kelce.
Don't you worry, pal. You had a good run. Enjoy your retirement.
Sorry, old man. Brock Bowers, I think, leads the entire NFL in receptions. Although I'm not gonna lie, my GOAT Trey McBride has been really good too. This is fucking insane, bro. This is insane. Although Travis Kelce is still 5, Brock Bowers leads the entire league in receptions. Then it's CeeDee Lamb and Jamar Chase tied, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Travis Kelce, Malik Neighbors, Garrett Wilson, Trey McBride, Drake London, and Jigba, Justin Jefferson. That's crazy. Wan'Dale Robinson is 12.
This nigga is trash.
You've got Sam Laporta. Sam Laporta, who literally like broke so many rookie records last year as a tight end, has 31 receptions this season. He's 104. He has the same amount of receptions as Deontay Johnson, Austin Hooper, Noah Gray, Chuba Hubbard. You got Wan'Dale fucking Robinson at 12. What the fuck? Wan'Dale fucking Robinson. Brock Bowers on the Raiders. Honest to God, like Brock Bowers is good, but at the end of the day, it's like they're literally just throwing him and Jacoby Myers the ball. They're always losing. They're passing 24/7. I'm not discrediting Brock Bowers. I just think Brock Bowers is like he's basically a fantasy football reception merchant right now. He's not doing anything insane. He just keeps getting thrown the ball. I like Brock Bowers, but let's not go pretending like he's the greatest tight end of all time just because they keep throwing him the damn ball. Look at me. I'm Josh Allen. I'm marrying Haley Steinfeld. I'm insanely good at football. I run over the best athletes. I make incredible plays. I'm 6'5" and handsome, and I'm the king of my city. Shit! Kyle Shanahan outside the Bills Stadium, realizing the 49ers Super Bowl window has officially closed. That's how they get you, man. Brock Purdy without perfect conditions in a warm, sunny California. Tua's just catching a fucking stray. Josh Allen post-game handshake with Brock Purdy.
You're trash, Brock.
The 49ers long snapper to Deebo Samuel in the locker room after the game. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I just dropped Deebo Samuel in fantasy. It makes no sense. They're struggling. He's like one of their best playmakers. They have no Brandon Ayuk. Why is Deebo Samuel getting used like he's the 5th string wide receiver on San Fran? They used to do all kinds of crazy shit with Deebo. He'd be in the backfield doing wildcat nonsense. They'd be throwing him balls deep downfield. They'd get him open in space, screens. They don't even fucking look at the guy anymore.
And that's a fact.
Christian McCaffrey when my fantasy team needs him most.
Man, your fantasy team.
Azeez Al-Shaair's cheap shot on Trevor Lawrence leads to a massive brawl. This is a absolutely blatant cheap shot. Like, what the fuck are you doing, bro?
Shire, who's flagged for the big hit on
like
the
what the
slide,
like what the fuck are you doing? That's such an insane tackle. Like, it's one thing if he's in the open field still running and you're going for a tackle, but you're laying out double forearm at his head. So if he didn't slide, you would have put 2 forearms into his like rib cage or something. Like, it was such a blatant dirty hit, bro. I hate hits like this. I hate seeing that. And Trevor Lawrence out cold instantly. So Trevor Lawrence is in the open field. You're a defensive player. You obviously need to tackle the quarterback if he's going to stay up and run. I get that. I get that. I get that. He's starting his slide right here. I know they're moving full speed. I get it. Azeez Al-Shaair has broken down, ready to make a tackle. And then he dives at his, like, what the fuck? What the hell is this tackle? There's no way to excuse that one. There's no way to argue your way around it. That makes me mad, bro. I hate seeing that. Trevor Lawrence sliding to avoid contact. Azeez Al-Shaair. The Jaguars bringing out Trevor Lawrence to start next week after watching Mac Jones. Bryce Young to Chuba Hubbard after he fumbled away the game.
I see you.
The Chuba Hubbard mediocre fantasy run has come to an end. Kirk Cousins floated this pass like it was a paper airplane. Did that get tipped? Whoa, that was so weird. I didn't see this before. I haven't seen this yet. That was so weird. That thing had like fucking helium in it. It must have gotten tipped, right? Does it get tipped? No, that's a clean pocket, clean throw. What the hell? Falcons fans watching Kirk throw his 4th interception to lose the game. Kirk Cousins after his 2nd interception. He go 2 more for y'all. Ravens fans to Justin Tucker.
As long as I don't curse him out, and as long as I don't threaten him, I can say what I want. Am I correct? Yes. We sick and tired of that nigga. We sick and tired of him.
What is this clip? Is this like a town hall meeting? What the fuck is this? Oh my God. Lamar Jackson and Justin Tucker behind the stadium after he missed 3 kicks. He's been washed as shit this year. It's so weird to watch. Brandon Aubrey is truly the only like S-tier kicker this whole year. All right, final one. We got famous Jameis, and I'm finally caught up for the record. Oh my God, what an insane game this was. I will say I had Cleveland Browns plus 6.5. So watching Jameis throw that ridiculous pick 6 and then that ridiculous interception was very depressing. But holy shit, did Jameis ball out. It was a sick game. It's the true Jameis experience. Dot City.
When they traded Amari Cooper, he became the #1 receiver.
Dot City. Bonito's had an insane season too. He's like top 3 in sacks and then also had this pick 6.
Winston, end zone.
J-Mo.
Touchdown. Can Cleveland
J-Mo. Dot. Jerry Jeudy against his former team, balling the fuck out, bro. Look at him. He's geeked up. Hey. Another one. Nicholas Chubb. Tell him, Jameis. This was just fucking like Elijah Moore. Get on your fucking horse, dude. Have a small amount of like an NFL IQ and go tag the fucking guy.
I'm better than this. I know. I'm just praying for the Lord to deliver me from pick 6s.
I don't know, Jameis. I don't know if our Heavenly Father understands the nuances of a pick 6. Maybe he does, dude. I shouldn't say that. Maybe he does. Stop! So ridiculous. Jameis Winston, as soon as a team starts to have faith in him again.
Neil O'Donnell back to pass on 4th down, they're up, and he fires it for the safety.
Jameis Winston, when the Browns tell him that TDs don't count when he throws them to guys on the other team. Duh. NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year. Look at this. Yeah, Jaden Daniels is winning it. Jameis Winston inserting the Monday Night Football dun into his pregame speech.
The thing about this opportunity is we all know that that's what we do it for. All right? We've worked all our life for this moment.
What is he talking about? The Jameis Winston experience. Except at some point, the roller coaster needs to fully derail and you just fly off into the ether. Jameis Winston threw more touchdowns to Broncos players than Bo Nix did tonight. Yeah, Bo Nix getting out of that game with a win is frustrating. If you take away the final 2 minutes of the game, Jameis deserved that win. But then you watch those final 2 minutes and you're like, yeah, that's an L. Dad, how good was the Jameis Winston Bo Nix shootout for 2024? It's too good, man. It's too good. Jameis Winston and Bo Nix on a random Monday night in December 2024. I will remember this game for a long time. It was a fucking heater. Me defending Jameis Winston from any slander after he just gave us an absolute cinema.
Now he has to overcome another obstacle.
Another obstacle, Jameis. I'm going to support him.
Lift him up.
I'll lift you up, Jameis, and I'll be there for you.
See the way he fights.
Jameis Winston and Jerry Jeudy tonight. Said Tom Brady, Randy Moss. Unbelievable. That's on Darrelle Revis, by the way. One-handed snag for fun against Darrelle Revis. Okay, Jameis, all you need to do is stand there and look menacing. Maybe toss the football around a little bit.
All right, you look at the final 5 weeks, the bye, and then a date with Indianapolis. That's a big one. The Colts, after they got that 2-point conversion late at New England to win.
Why is the, lighting so dog shit? Look at how dog shit this green screen is, too. Did they have, the backup crew do this or something? Jerry Jeudy doesn't throw tantrums when Jameis Winston doesn't throw him the ball because he knows Jameis will look him in the eye and tell him the exact date and time that he will die. These Family Guy transitions into sports edits are hilarious. Let's find out. Let's find out if this is all it's cracked up to be.
My wife's been cheating on me for a while, and I can't live like this. I have to kill myself.
Jesus!
Doesn't it make more sense to kill her?
What? Oh my God, this is not gonna stay up. No! YouTube.com, you can demonetize it. It's okay. Age restricted, it's okay. But just please let me get through it. Please. No. Holy shit. Wait a minute. Oh my God.
I discovered my wife's been cheating on me for a while, and
Dude, I thought this was going the Tom Brady Giselle route, like she was sleeping with the jiu-jitsu. It got so much worse.
I can't live like this. I have to kill myself.
Doesn't it make more sense to kill her?
Did you know they still have OJ's banner up at Bill Stadium? The dude's banner's still in the rafters. I guess technically they said he didn't do it, right? Technically he didn't do it. Oh God, these are all gonna be really bad, aren't they?
Yes, exactly.
7. 6.
A woman.
I don't think I should do this.
Soft.
You know what though? That does bring up a point. Whatever happened to Henry Ruggs? Is he in jail? Ruggs, 25, was sentenced to 3 to 10 years in prison on August 9th, 2023. He pleaded guilty to driving drunk at 156 miles per hour and crashing into a car, killing 23-year-old Tina. I'm gonna be honest, that's low. He killed a woman and her dog, and he got 3 to 10 years. In 5-6 years, he's gonna be out of prison, and she never gets to exist ever again. That's really low. Can he go back to the NFL, by the way? Michael Vick went to prison for dogfighting, right? And then he just went back to the league. If Henry Ruggs is good enough, do you think he can get signed by it? There's no way. I don't know. I feel like what Henry Ruggs did is a lot worse. I don't think anybody's gonna run that risk. Oh God, these are really bad. Holy shit, how is this up? Is this gonna stay up? It's already been up for 2 days. I'm gonna be honest though. This is a totally a side note. I know if you just clicked here for the Family Guy memes, I'm sorry. I'm gonna be yapping.
There's no way out of this one.
Instagram is so desperate to beat TikTok in the who can put out shittier short form content race. Same with YouTube, by the way. YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, TikTok, it's all fucking dog shit. Instagram is so desperate to win that they will pretty much let you post anything. You used to get taken off of Instagram for posting shit like this. You could put anything on Instagram now and they're just like, we're gonna beat TikTok. We need those views.
We do not care.
I took 10 M80s and stuck them all together. I call it Peter Griffin's bunker busting mega ultra super. Holy crap!
Oh my God! You blew off all your fingers!
Jason P.
Isn't that also exactly how he did it? Wasn't he like lighting off a firework? I think that's exactly what he did. This is just funny. It's crazy. He really was out there just playing with the club. Jason Pierre-Paul lost a large portion of his right index finger after detonating a firework in his hand. 4 days later, the finger was amputated. It's pretty cool that like he was able to still play and like it didn't really affect him that much. Imagine he was like a quarterback.
Well, let's be nice.
Okay, like let's try and guess. Like what could this possibly be? Lady and the Tramp? They're sharing the spaghetti noodle?
I have a bad feeling about this.
Let the dogs out! Fuck! How did I not see that coming? How did I not see that coming? Listen, that's the thing though. If you're good enough at football, the NFL does not give a shit what you did. So long as you're good enough, they will let you play. You have to be good enough for it to not matter. Let's put it that way. Cause like Colin Kaepernick, like I feel like he might have been good enough to play, but they weren't willing to put up with his shit. But if he was like Michael Vick levels of good, they wouldn't have given a fuck. They would have played his ass. I think I know this one. Oh no.
Yes, can I have 2 tickets? 1 man and 1 bitch that needs to do what I say.
What? That's not funny, Chris.
Here's your ticket. Pick that up.
Chris, why are you acting like this?
It's gonna be here's a bunker! Delicious or knit it into something that's useful to me.
I want to see a kicker montage! Yeah! Digital footprint is real. I'd like to make it clear that I was not getting hype and excited. Fuck it, dude. Yeah, I was. Yeah, I was.
You gonna make me act up.
Also, Harrison Butker's a dog! All right, I'm now 1 for like 5 on these.
Hey! The wind wants my hand to go back, but I'm not letting it. I'm stronger than air.
Oh my God, Dad, you lost your hand!
That's not bad. I'm really.
Dude, I thought it was gonna be another Jason Pierre-Paul. I was like, that's not creative. This could be a lot of players.
You want to have unprotected sex?
Touchdown! Dude, doesn't he have like 11 kids or something? They're all like a year apart. I kind of feel bad for his wife.
What do you mean by that?
This could literally have been so many players. This, like, unfortunately, this could have been like probably half the league. 10 children. Hallie, Caroline, Grace, Gunnar, Sarah, Peter, Rebecca, Claire, Anna, and Andrew. Holy shit, you're white. Oh my God. You couldn't have thrown a Donovan in there or something? Oh, Jesus! You know what's crazy about this clip? This could also be a lot of players in the league. Who's it gonna be, dude? Honestly, who's it gonna be? Yep. That's who I thought it was gonna be. But wow, it could have been a lot of people.
You damn fool!
Oh boy, what's this?
You're more useless than Aquaman!
Help! Somebody help! Rape!
Scream all you want. Nobody can hear you out here. I can.
Aquaman, help!
Hey, let her go.
Or what?
Or, I don't know, man, but you're lucky you're not doing that over here in the ocean, or else, or I would stop you.
For God's sakes, help! Do something!
Oh, if you don't like starfish, you're gonna be mad about what I just did.
Oh God, help!
Oh! There's no way I can post this video. There's no fucking way.
You are correct, sir. Yes!
There's one more slide. We can get through this. We can do this, you guys. We can do this.
Good night, Meg.
Nope.
Oh my God! How is that up? How is that up? Dude, there's could be like actual 8-year-olds can just go like log in and see this shit. Oh my God, the internet is so bad.
Fuck them kids.
Okay, we're gonna end this off with something more wholesome. I have to like purge my brain. I was at this game with Underdog. It was super fun. I met Nick Merckx, great guy. The 2024 Cowboys are the only team in the NFL that can make blocking a punt be a bad thing. God, this was so funny to watch in the stadium, by the way. Hey, Jacob, here for the MG video reaction to the Diabolical Slide. Well, there must be another Diabolical Slide. I don't think this is getting ended off in a very wholesome way at all. Let's find out.
We're near Turpin if you can help it.
Also, I'd like to say, great block. What the fuck are you doing? By the way, this is Amani Oruwariye, who last year was on the Detroit Lions. This is 100%, by the way, this is on the coaching staff. Is Amani Oruwariye an idiot? Yes. Why the fuck are you trying to recover that ball? Like, what the fuck are you doing? Is he an idiot? Yes. Whose fault is this? The coaching staff, okay? Because frankly, that is a semi-bizarre scenario to occur. It doesn't happen that often, especially when a punt gets blocked. It usually gets blocked like over by the punter. So it's weird for the ball to come out here, but everybody on that Cowboys special teams unit needs to know what to do in this scenario. And for example, everybody not named Amani Oruwariye knew what to do, but they were all yelling poison. Everybody's getting away from the football. Kavontae Turpin, when this happens, look at him. He's fucking pissed. He's saying, what the hell are you doing, Amani? It's not like everyone out there is so confused what the hell just happened. Amani Oruwariye is the sole person on the Dallas Cowboys special teams unit who did not know what to do there, and he fumbled the bag so bad.
46. On a kick play, the ball was touched by the receiving team beyond the line and then recovered by the kicking team. As soon as they recover the ball, it is dead. It's Cincinnati's ball.
Like what Amani Oruwariye basically did, because a lot of people were confused on this ruling too. They were wondering how the Bengals now just get another first down. What he virtually did is muffed a punt. It's no different than Kadarius Toney muffing the punt against the Steelers. Amani Oruwariye acted as if he was the return man, like he was going to catch that ball and run forward with it, and he muffed it. Now it's a live ball. Now it's anybody's ball, and the Bengals get on it and it resets the downs. It's just a bummer. I feel bad for him. Like, that does suck, but it's not his fault. It's the coaching staff's fault. If he's on the special teams unit, he needs to know the rules. This wasn't like Amani Oruwariye trying to be the hero and get a touchdown. He didn't know what the fuck to do. Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase going back out onto the field after the Bengals recovered the muffed blocked punt. Hey, get back out there. Hey. I don't want to hear the Ellen jokes, okay? Just fucking leave me alone. Micah Parsons was livid on the Cowboys sideline watching them choke away the game.
Puck blunt event.
I would be too, though.
Punt block eventually.
I think
downfield.
Everybody who plays for the Dallas
Micah
Cowboys
Parsons can't believe it.
Micah Parsons left the game early to start recording his next podcast episode. This is the reality of the very, like, heavily media-oriented game that we live in now. When athletes want to get this huge bag for doing a podcast, you do open yourself up to so much criticism. It's no different than everybody doing the Raising Cane's ad. It's no different than Dan Campbell doing the Applebee's ad. You're literally handing people on the internet infinite content to fuck with you with. Micah Parsons running to the locker room to record his next podcast episode after the Cowboys... Well, it's not his fault. Imagine being a Cowboys fan and watching your team lose like this. Yeah, what the hell was this? There was like a Simpsons broadcast.
Most dynamic players in the NFL do something here.
Oh, that
what the hell?
Blocked.
Oh,
it's
no.
blocked. Oh my gosh.
Whoa.
The Bengals.
Dude, you know the Simpsons broadcast people had no fucking clue what was going on there.
Picked it up.
That's Bengals football.
It's Bengals
Holy shit. Bart Simpson really threw a touchdown pass to Lisa Simpson to beat the Cowboys before they made it back to an NFC championship.
Throw, it's Lisa, puts her foot in the ground, leaves her dad in the dust, and says,
what the fuck is this broadcast?
If anyone needs me, I'll be
So Jamar Chase was Lisa Simpson? Mo when I don't put him in my parlay. Stupid. I did not put Jamar in my parlay. I was so sad. For the record, I had CeeDee Lamb yards. I had it in the first quarter. And then I had Chase Brown rushing yards. And he missed it by a single yard. I was so sad. I've been such a dog shit sports bettor this year. I gotta do a video where I like talk about my full bets and my full win-loss. The Cowboys nearly ripped Joe Burrow's head off and the refs still didn't call a face mask.
Out missed it. Had they gotten this face mask.
Jesus. Put his head in somebody else's ass. There was no face mask on the play. Joe Burrow dressed like a 90s movie theater carpet. Dude, he could dress like a fucking ping pong ball. You think I give a shit? He just got a W. Finally. Keep it up, Joe Burrow. I hope you come in as a fucking shag carpet next week. As long as you get a W, I don't care. Krusty the Clown is a more reliable kicker than Justin Tucker in 2024.
All right, well, Krusty has already hit one field goal.
Justin Tucker's washed.
Yards. This 29. Krusty's kick is up, and Krusty's kick is good.
I will say, Justin Tucker is not the only kicker that does not look very good this year. There's 3 good kickers this year. Chris Boswell, Jake Bates, Brandon Aubrey. Those are my 3 good kickers this year. Kaimi Fairbairn's up there, but he missed a crucial one in the Lions game. And then Jake Bates drilled it. So I have to put Jake Bates in the top 3. Those are my top 3 kickers this year. Jerry, no! No! What the... Oh my God, you could just post anything. Detroit Lions versus the Green Bay Packers. It's 31-31. And on 4th and inches, while in field goal range, Dan Campbell wants to go for it. Let's watch.
They are going. And then Goff falls down, but Montgomery is able to pick up the first down.
Come on! You know how hyped that got me, especially after Goff fell down? I thought this play was cooked. So cooked. I've literally roasted so many people for this, but I would love to sit here and take another minute to continue to do it. Look at this comment. So we're just gonna act like Jared Goff's knee wasn't down. That has 460 likes. Not only are you personally outing yourself as a casual, but 460 people, all 460 of these people right here, put themselves on blast as absolute casuals, bro. You guys call me casual, and even I know that this is not down in the NFL. It has never been down in the NFL. Well, then what's a QB kneel? Guys, it's such a simple rule. The difference is intent. That's it. It's so clear. If you intentionally go down, the play is dead. When a ball carrier gives themselves up, the play is instantly dead. Jared Goff is not intentionally giving himself up. In the National Football League, you are not down until you are touched or you give yourself up. You know, it's kind of funny. I saw so many people bitching about this. Like, so many people saying, we're going to act like he wasn't down. Like, that play should be blown dead. The NFL's rigged. But you know what's funny? I saw a very similar play just a week ago that nobody said anything about. But I was just watching this game. Browns versus Broncos. Jameis Winston's about to lead a legacy drive with 2 minutes left. Oh, Jameis, what are we doing? Bonk. This man is laying flat on his fucking back. This man is actually laying down going to sleep. Not one single person bitched about how he was down. How's he not down? We gonna act like he's not laying down? Nobody had shit to say about that. But everybody had something to say about Jared Goff's knee being down. Dan Campbell, when he has an opportunity to go for it on 4th down from any part. Dude, he really he just gets a hard on from it. We could be down 40 or up 40, and if it's 4th down, I think he's just gonna go for it. Yeah, boy! Dan Campbell walking into the Lions locker room after going for it on 4th down while already in field goal range in a tie game. Oh yeah, Dan Campbell! Motor City! Dan Campbell's brain when he thinks about punting or kicking a field goal on 4th down.
Coward. We have a new
Coward
to conquer.
No.
You make me sick.
Not sure what's worse. Packers' chances of winning the NFC North or Dan Campbell's chances of kicking on 4th down. Dan Campbell does not kick on 4th down. No matter what you say or do, that man does not kick on 4th down. Actual footage of Dan Campbell.
So large, he has to wear a huge hoodie upside down.
It's true.
Instead of trousers.
It's true. The Lions weren't penalized. Oh my God. I've lived long enough to see the Lions getting the Chiefs. It's true. It's actually so true. I don't know if you guys know, there's a legendary YouTube video. This is 8 minutes and 33 seconds of the Lions getting cheated by refs from 5 years ago. We probably, for the longest time, were the most bent over team by the refs in the league. And I truly have lived long enough to see us be on the winning side of referee calls. That is crazy. But I'm not delusional. I'll tell you that that game was not officiated well at all. The other thing though is you don't continue to get that lucky. To make the Super Bowl, you actually have to play insanely good football. The Lions MVP tonight. Wow, I really have lived so long. This is weird. This is just weird. This video is doing absolute numbers when a Dan Campbell 4th down gamble cost the Lions a trip to the Super Bowl next month.
Point in adding the right talent without the right leadership.
We're more than servers. Feel the energy.
coursing through your veins.
Which is why Applebee's brought in Coach Dan.
It's not worth it, Dan. I don't care what they paid you, Dan. I don't care if it was $10 million. It wasn't worth it. Packers coach Matt LaFleur told a Lions fan who was holding the flag during the national anthem to shut the fuck up. Really?
Detroit versus oh, whoa, hold on. Who are you talking to like that?
That's a fan. Who was like rolling out the...
Get his ass! Own that fraud! Own that fraud! Own that fraud! The Packers are 9-4 and have only beaten one team with a winning record. Potential fraud? Tucker Kraft got popped and turned into Shawn Michaels.
Juggles, makes the catch, and it's going to be first goal. What a poppy. Look at the way he gets up, too.
Hey.
Hit by Jack Campbell.
Hey, Kraft. That's a big-ass boy doing that. Also, can we talk about how dirty Kirby Joseph is? That motherfucker, it targets kneecaps. I do not like it. By the way, I'm not shit-talking my own player, okay? I love Kirby Joseph. He plays with heart. But damn, I can't tell you last time I saw Kirby Joseph make a good form wrap-up, head-up tackle. Watch Kirby Joseph fly in on this play, bro. It's good that Tucker Kraft got out of the way, actually. Hold up. Look at this. He's looking at the turf. Look at this. If Kraft doesn't get out of the way, dude, he's taking the crown of a helmet to his fucking ACL. He scares me, dude. The Packers defense when they need to make a stop. Yeah. Is this a real clip? What the fuck? This injury is a huge blow for the Chiefs. Oh, ref down?
Oh, yeah.
That is bad. That is very bad for the Chiefs. What happened?
Knocked down by Ngabari.
Holy flop. What? He barely got touched. Got fucking LBJ out here. The Lions really got 6'9", 330 linemen flopping like Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, unnecessary roughness.
Damn, this is Dan Skipper, wasn't it?
Automatic. First down.
Now here's 70. Skipper
That's with Quay Walker, too.
Right here. Walker doesn't like it, and then he hits him. And the big fella goes down. That's a big man going down at 6'9", 330. Looks like a big-time wrestler out there.
He does.
He's huge.
He winks at the end of it. He's so full of shit. Oh, God. How did this dude sneak a... What?
How did you go back and take a peek at the...
He also brought an entire block of cheese in. He brought a block of cheese, a cheese grater, and the hat. That's a fan, baby. You gotta love that old, worn-out Hutchinson jersey. You know he's getting his mileage on that thing. I love that. Jaden Reed, when his fantasy managers need him most. Don't talk shit on my Eskimo, bro. Yeah, I mean, we both banged this super hot girl from Michigan State. Funny that you would ask.
You's a freaky ass.
By the way, I'm not sure if I ever told you guys this story, but did you know that me and Jaden Reed both had...
Now that's funny.
Fuck it. Dan Campbell highlights. Come on, baby. Big Dan. Motor City. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I love Dan. He's a big-ass dude. Oh, my God. Tight end screen to Dan? Little dump off pass to Dan? Tight end screen. Dan Campbell, tight end screen legend, tight end screen merchant, big 20 yards, little PPR points, big time, down the middle, true. Your poverty franchise just lost to Jared Wonka. Tell him, Jared. Tell him, Jared. Kirk Cousins has been swag surfing in his last 4 games of the Falcons. 0 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, 63.5 QBR, and an 0-for-4 record. Yeah, the Falcons started off really hot. I really liked how this team looked. Honestly, don't know why they just started to fall off. I thought that this team was just unstoppable. I was mistaken. Falcons fans, after watching Kirk Cousins this season, that's how it be, man. That's how it be. The Vikings did the White Chicks dance celebration after an INT.
Old school.
Dude, some of you don't know about White Chicks. If you want a good movie to watch, bro, and you got some spare time, White Chicks. Fucking banger. Go around this. It always amazes me when NFL teams have like these elaborate touchdown dances. Like they're really like choreographic. D. Alford with one of the worst attempts at covering a wide receiver in NFL history. Where the fuck? That's actually insane. Oh my fucking God, that's what? Okay, wait a minute. Jefferson's calling for the ball and he's moving inside. Alford appears to be looking back at the quarterback, so he's looking back at Sam Darnold. He looks up and sees Jefferson right here. He looks back at the ball again. What the fuck compelled him to do that? Why the hell did he turn his... Why did he do that? Jefferson never moved. He was here the whole time. Oh my God. That's just icing on the cake. That sucks. Xavier Legette sold a Bryce Young signature win. Oh my God. I'm just gonna be totally honest. I hate to say this because he's, you know, he's cool media, funny voice guy. Holy shit, he fucking sucked in this game. I don't know how many of you like really watch this game. This man dropped not just this pass, but multiple other passes, dead to rights passes. What's so crazy is like a guy like Jacoby Myers. You know, Jacoby Myers has a 0% drop rate this year. The 5 best in the league for drop percentages. Right now, Jacoby Myers has dropped 0 footballs. Number 2 is Amon-Ra St. Brown with like 1.2%. I think Trey McBride's up there. Brock Bowers is up there. And there's one more player, I don't remember who. I think it's Khalil Shakir. And then you see like Quentin Johnston and Xavier Legette here. Oh, it makes me so mad. This genuinely made me mad because I really wanted to see Bryce Young win it. Wow, I mean, what a sick drive for Bryce Young, who got benched earlier, who Andy Dalton came in for, and then, dude. Look at this. This is like, that makes me so mad. He's not even remotely covered. And he tried to pretend like he caught it. Look at him looking over at the ref. He knows he's caught. He knows he didn't catch that thing. You know Darius Slay's the happiest guy out there. Darius Slay got fucking torched. He got completely torched.
And remember, Carolina cannot challenge because you're inside of 2 minutes.
It wouldn't matter if they challenged, by the way. He clearly dropped it. He never caught it. Oh, good. There actually is an angle.
Canales doesn't have a timeout
like,
anyway.
Dude, he torches him. He's tracking the ball perfectly. It never loses line of sight of it. Like, it's in his vision the entire time.
Excellent job.
He just straight up dropped
it. This ball
Look at that.
Loose.
That thing fucking dribbled on the turf. If you're a Panthers fan, what I did like is Bryce Young continued to trust him. He dropped like 2 balls prior to this, and he's like, you know what? I'm still gonna go to my book. Granted, he didn't make up for it, but someone bet $3 million on the Eagles to beat the Panthers to win $442,000. Yeah, that was a very scary bet. That's an insane bet. Jesus, I don't even want to think about that. Ugh. Inside the mansion of the guy who bet $3.1 million on the Eagles after today. Yeah, probably loves Xavier Legette right now. That's his like #1 guy. He's probably gonna send him a Rolex. Bryce Young to Xavier Legette after he dropped the game-winning touchdown.
I see you.
More White Chicks clips. Let's go. Or is this White Chicks? What is this? Is this Daddy's home? Bangers, though. Giants fans flew banners over the stadium during today's game, calling out owner... What? Mr. Mara, enough. Please fix this dumper. Imagine paying like $1,000 to fly that over the stadium. You gotta be fed up, bro. You gotta be fed up. Drew Lock could have easily picked up a first down, but remembered the tank. Why the hell did he do that? This is the most Giants clip I've seen today. Giants players, when their game-tying field goal gets blocked and the entire stadium starts cheering. They're pulling off the tank, baby. Kadarius Toney played 2 snaps in the fourth. Kadarius Toney is on the fucking Browns. He played 2 snaps in the fourth quarter. He got a fair catch flag for taunting, and then he got a muffed punt recovered by the Steelers.
Had been jawing with Skoranek.
I had no idea that Kadarius Toney was on the Browns. This is the first time hearing of this.
Little right pass into the back.
It's exactly what Jameson Williams got a taunting penalty for, too. It's a weak penalty. I will say, throwing the ball at someone's a pretty weak penalty. If you whip it at him, sure, but if you're just like, if you're Kadarius Toney, bro, you have to know that you're on your last legs in the league. You can't be fucking up ever, man. I didn't realize he muffed a punt. Oh my God, this was him. Dude, I watched this play. I had no idea who the return man was.
Oh my goodness.
It's actually like, I know Kadarius Toney's like had his shit, like people have literally shit on him, but like it's actually kind of sad because he probably is out of the league. Maybe he can turn around. I hope he does turn around. NFL fans to Bryce Young after 3 straight losses where he played like a top 5 QB. This is a stretch. I don't know about top 5, but he did play really well. It is not your fault, Bryce.
It's not your fault.
It's okay, Bryce. The Carolina Panthers, when it comes to costing Bryce Young wins every week.
It may not mean nothing.
Hey, there's a reason you get round one, pick one. It's because you're ass, okay? So Bryce Young not getting wins kind of makes sense. The Chiefs' devil magic has been insane! This one is crazy because this is not Harrison Butker. This is like the third string kicker. And he fucking bonks it in. He bonks it in. That was not, I don't even know who that kid is that made that kick. This was horse shit. But like, you gotta give the kicker credit. The kicker drilled a good kick. That's not the Chiefs getting bailed out. He made the kick. This is some horse shit. This play specifically. This is some horse shit. That's just nightmare fuel. It's hard to block a kick in the NFL. It is very hard to block a kick in the NFL.
There was movement by Jawan Taylor.
Honestly, Jawan Taylor has that shit timed so well. He's moving when the ball's moving. I don't think it's a false start, to be honest. Like, I just don't. I want to be objective about these. I want to be objective.
Caliendo comes in. He's eligible. Here is Hunt. Kansas City remains unbeaten.
You know, what do you say about that? That's insane. How you can like face guard like that, never interact like, oh, that's so obviously a penalty. It's a horrible play call. It's a fucking horrible play call.
He's going to throw it on the run, and it's broken up, and there's no flag. Home flag comes in late.
I hate when the DPI is that late too. That's when you really look at a call and you're like, is it rigged? Is the NFL straight up fucking rigged? Because that's so late. If you saw DPI, you should have thrown it. How are you calling DPI after the ball's already been batted down and is in the turf? Like, you are so late. Yeah, this was crazy. Patrick Mahomes forcing the kick to go in after it doinked off the upright. It's just how he gets shit done. Great teams win. No, good teams win, great teams cover. This Kansas City Chiefs team is not a great team. The Chiefs every week. Wow, that's actually a crazy video or a crazy picture. This is so cool. AI is getting insane. I really thought that Quentin Johnson caught this pass.
Herbert in the middle. Held onto with a big hit in the flag on the back end of it. Quentin Johnston, who has had drop problems.
That was actually a monster catch. I did not see this.
Best catches I've seen this year.
I wasn't watching this game this early. It's actually a nasty catch.
As hard as Nick Bolton did right here to hang on.
Damn, Quentin Johnson, okay. Patrick Mahomes when the Chiefs win the Super Bowl after the Lions fumble the game-winning touchdown out of the end zone, resulting in a touchback with no time remaining. If that happens, you will not hear from me for about 6 months. I'm not kidding. You will not hear from me for 6 months. We need to talk about the worst football game I've ever sat through in my entire life. Fun fact, I bet a couple first touchdown score bets on Rams 49ers. I was like, you know, I never bet first touchdown score. Maybe this will be the game that I should try betting it. God, this game is so dog shit. Deebo Samuel with the 49ers season on the line. Yeah, you know what? I hate to say it because last year I played a game of Madden with Deebo Samuel at the Super Bowl. He's a really nice guy and he got a bag, but wow. It has been a very difficult year, if I'm just being honest. Deebo said not struggling at all, just not getting the ball. Readers added context. He leads the team in drops. He is struggling. Can you do that on Twitter? Is that real? Oh my God. This was an ugly drop here. I'm not gonna lie.
In the backfield. Flare him out, and the pass caught, and then drop over the middle.
And honestly, that was like the only opportunity for a touchdown in the whole game. This game was atrocious. He may have scored this.
Had he caught it, and now the crowd, of course, is responding to the fact, give me the ball, and look what happened.
It's tough.
Right, you're right. I mean, it's man coverage.
Oh, it's such a good ball.
No design, exactly what he wants. He just starts to look.
And Deebo, honestly, Deebo is so good in the open field. Like, that probably would have been a touchdown. But, like, frankly, like, all the Niners are struggling. I feel like the Niners used to have this electric play calling and all these, like, exciting things. And I get it. Their team's pretty injured, but they just, it looks like they have a different head coach. That's what the 49ers look like to me. Deebo Samuel, when he actually has to play wide receiver instead of averaging 1.5 yards per carry
That was a wide out.
as a running back.
How's that route?
I know.
Dan
like
Skipper.
Okay, he's got
Hey! Worst game of all time. At halftime, I was dead inside. Yeah, me too.
Worst fucking game of the year. Holy shit. This was vintage Thursday night football. No more of that woke 60-point game nonsense. Just pure fucking ass served up on a 20-punt game platter. If you took a shot for every punt kick, you'd be able to shred your liver with a fork by the end of the first quarter. The only thing worse than this game was Deebo Samuel's dick gripper.
Dick
Bro's
grippers.
hand warmer is filled with melted butter.
Bro's hand warmer is filled with melted butter. That is a banger. I am using that line. Holy shit. I can't wait for somebody to drop a ball on Madden for me or college football.
Thinking he's not the problem makes me think he only got 2 brain cells and they're both fighting for 3rd place. Dre Greenlaw is the comeback player of the year. Man just played his first game since getting hit with the Chiefs' Black Magic in the Super Bowl last year and was San Fran's best player. Well, actually, 2nd best player behind their fucking punter. However, nothing turns me on quite like a team not playing prevent defense when defending a game-winning drive. The Rams did just that to win the game.
Wait a minute. Didn't somebody in this Niners game literally fucking bail? Didn't Devandre Campbell, like, quit? What happened here? Linebacker Devandre Campbell has faced heavy criticism this week for quitting on the Niners during Thursday night's game against the Rams. Reportedly upset about being replaced as a starter by Dre Greenlaw, Campbell refused to enter the game in the 3rd quarter. What? Why would you be shocked that you're being replaced as a starter by Dre Greenlaw? Dre Greenlaw is a top 3 linebacker in the league. And pure linebacker, okay? I'm not talking about edge rushers like Micah Parsons and TJ Watt. Dre Greenlaw as a backer is so good. Also, okay, I guess Devandre Campbell was really good last year too, but if you were going to sign with San Fran, you must have known that you were going to get replaced when Dre Greenlaw came back, right? John Lynch actually went down there in the 4th quarter and confronted Devandre Campbell, saying, "You don't want to go in the game? You're refusing to go in the game?" Devandre Campbell responded, "Yes." It was then John Lynch who sent him to the locker room. So Devandre Campbell wasn't going to go to the locker room on his own. He was just going to outright refuse to go into the game. And then John Lynch came down and said, "Get your ass in the locker room if you ain't playing." On Friday, Shanahan made it clear that Campbell would not remain with the team. His actions from the game is not something you can do to your team or your teammates and still expect to be a part of the team. I mean, I certainly agree. I understand the frustration of Devandre Campbell because Devandre Campbell was like he was a Pro Bowler last year, wasn't he? I see both sides, but you can't quit on your team. Brock Purdy really threw a game-losing interception with 3 wide open dudes directly in front of him. 2nd and 11. Holy shit.
Going for it all, and it's going to be picked off in the end zone.
Holy shit. Like, my criticism of Brock Purdy, not real criticism, I think he's a good quarterback. But I've always just said, you know, the scheme is so good, and he's just making really simple reads. So he's not a superstar, but he's always playing smart. This is the polar opposite of that. This is some Jameis Winston shit. Brock Purdy said, "Fuck it, we ball." This is actually crazy. Every single one of these guys is completely wide open. And it's not like it's 3rd and long, it's 2nd and 11. You throw to any of these guys, and you're looking at like 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4. That is really funny. Brock Purdy, as soon as his rookie contract expires.
50 cent boneless wings.
Stop doing commercials! It's not worth it! Brock Purdy, when CMC and Debo aren't taking his screen passes for a 70-yard touchdown. Why the fuck is the Burger King meme going in the background of this? Cooper Kupp with the fantasy playoffs on the line. It's fucking Jake Paul. It's not Cooper Kupp's fault that was a atrocious game. Cooper Kupp, when I start him in the 1st round of the fantasy playoffs. Hey. Hey, what a row. Oh, good. We've actually got a whole meme on this. That's really funny. Sorry, guys. I got ahead of myself.
I'm rock hard at this point, so there's really only so much I can do.
Well, it's good that we got some context. So he didn't technically leave the game. John Lynch went down there and told him to get his ass off the sidelines, which honestly is a baller move. If I'm the GM of a football team, okay, I don't think I'll ever have $100 billion, but if I'm ever the GM of a football team and one of my players does not suit up, I'm 100% walking down there and getting them the fuck off the sideline. 100%.
So Devandre Campbell didn't play a snap tonight, but this is him walking off the field, helmet in hand, in the 4th quarter. Kyle Shanahan was asked about it after the game. Here's what he had to say. Take a listen.
happened with Devandre Campbell? He didn't play and he went into the locker room at some point.
Yeah, he said he didn't want to play today.
Oh my God, I can't believe Shanahan really told him that. This is where I expect that most coaches would be like, yeah, you know, we're dealing with it internally and there's some issues there, but rest assured that, you know, this program's ready for whatever's about to happen. No, he just said, no, he didn't fucking suit up.
He said he didn't want to play today.
Play today?
Yeah.
The coaching staff?
He didn't ask him why he didn't want to go in.
Just fucking threw his ass under the bus. You never hear them be this honest. I'm so used to the media trained answers.
Frustration. The player's frustrated. Dre Greenlaw came back, and they were going to give him the opportunity to play. He's a all-pro style player, Pro Bowl type player, guy who's been incredibly impactful. There was some frustration from Devandre that, hey, I played the whole season. I've put my work in, put my time in. You just can't do it, though. You know, this is a team sport.
The only thing is, like, didn't Devandre Campbell know? Didn't he know that when Dre Greenlaw came back, Greenlaw was going to start again? I could see a scenario where the Niners kind of lie to him, though. You know? I could see both sides. If they're like, oh, Devandre, we need you. We need a starter. And then Dre Greenlaw comes back and they're like, oof, yeah, we needed to say that to you so that you'd sign, but we actually don't need you. That would suck. 49ers, our season's on the line. Get in there and make a play, Devandre. Yeah, that is kind of the irony, though. He's pissed that he's not playing, and then they're like, hey, Devandre, would you like to play? And he's like, no. No, I don't. Devandre Campbell, while Kyle Shanahan is going over the game plan for the second half.
I'm not going to be here.
Deebo Samuel, I need more targets. Also, Deebo Samuel. Deebo Samuel out here tackling his own teammates. Oh my God, is this really gonna be a Deebo lowlight film? I hate this, bro. I tell you what, NFL fans, if you ever want to regret everything you've ever said on the internet, just go meet one of the NFL players on your fantasy team in real life. Dude, do you know how many Tyreek Hill memes are out there? Tyreek Hill is probably one of my favorite, like the nicest NFL player I've ever met. And there are so many fucking Tyreek Hill memes out here. It's so hard to watch and laugh in good faith.
Why are you crying?
Ah, here we go. Deebo Samuel out here tackling his own. Okay, that is not Deebo.
That time was Garendo.
Garendo!
Samuel doesn't get the ball enough, and then he winds
Dog.
up.
It's just a poorly executed play. Amazon's broadcast thought a random 49ers player on the snow shot.
Williams was a big part of the grid.
What casual ass fraud do they have behind the camera? Dude, do the broadcasters not notice? Brock, we're only down 3 and we're already in field goal range. Just take the check down.
In the middle, Sosa to his left. Nice play. Spinner.
Bonk.
He throws it away. Hits the
Brock Purdy was watching Jameis Winston Browns hype speeches. He was watching the post-game clips. John Lynch, when Brock Purdy asked for $60 million a year.
Sayonara.
He needs all that money for Devandre Campbell. Nick Bosa and Brock Purdy when the 49ers need them the most. Guys, this is a spectacular reason as to why we don't make people famous for no fucking reason. This chick looks like Brock Purdy. You fucking idiots gave her 5 million TikTok followers. Hawk Tua girl just crypto scammed half the fucking planet. That girl has room temperature IQ, Celsius. And we gave her how many? What are we doing? Let's save the internet fame for straight white male misogynists, okay? Those are the only people who should be getting famous on the internet. Now I have to do the Lions slide. Now I have to do the Lions hate slide. Shit! Goddamn Dan Campbell, brush your teeth. Listen, okay? Do you think a healthy diet of grit, motor, and smash mouth football is healthy? You think that's good for your teeth? Of course not. This is a natural side effect of having titanium nuts. Onside kick, down 10 points with 12 minutes left. Dan Campbell might be the first NFL coach with CTE.
Hey, Tony, but here we go. 12 minutes to go. Onside kick. Ball bounces around. Is picked up by Hollins, and he's running with it. Hollins tackled down at the 5-yard line.
The announcers sounded so pissed off during that. Maybe I am a delusional Lions fan. I would have done the exact same thing. Do you see the score of this game? It is 38-28. Our defense couldn't stop shit. You just never see it because head coaches don't usually have the balls to do it. But the theory is very simple. They're gonna score anyway. You might as well take a small percentage chance of getting the football. And I completely agree. You should take a small percentage chance of getting the football. We can't stop them. Now, I really hope that this isn't a testament to the future, like the playoffs, because giving up this many points to a very good team is very scary. And you're only gonna see very good teams in the playoffs. So this game did scare me, I'm not gonna lie. Frankly, the onside kick, I'd do the same shit. Whether they march 80 yards or 40 yards and score doesn't really matter, right? Like, they're gonna fucking score. The Lions going for an onside kick down 10 with 12 minutes left.
Right in the kiss.
God, this is the craziest clip ever. This is just
Right in the kisser. Show that knight who's boss.
Do you know how fucking bad that has to hurt? Instant CTE. I fucking love this shit, bro. It's only funny because I looked it up. She didn't like die or anything. It just hurt really bad, so it's cool.
Right in the kisser.
Yeah, it was right in the kisser. It certainly was. One more time. Boom! Dan Campbell went his dumb ass.
Welcome to Applebee's. Can I interest you in America's favorite boneless wings for just 50 cents?
Stop doing these ads, bro. It's never worth it.
Okay, calm down, bro.
I have the 50-cent bone.
Cover your mouth. They could steal your order.
I'll have the 50-cent boneless wings.
I'll have the same.
Perfect. They'll never see it coming.
Jared Goff, after putting up 42 points while throwing for 500 yards, 5 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions. Yeah, defense looked really atrocious. I gotta say, the Bills have the MVP Josh Allen. Their offense is insanely good, but wow, that's actually where we're supposed to step up. We're supposed to step up against those teams. It did not look good. When you made the fantasy playoffs but had to face Josh Allen in the first round. Tell me your secrets. That's why you get a first round bye. Boom. Roasted. The 2 guys that are playing to play against me, one of them has Mike Evans, who dropped like a 40 bomb, and the other has Devontae Adams, who dropped a 40 bomb. It's a hell of a battle right now. A list of every QB better than Josh Allen. Yeah, I mean, someone asked me the other day, they said, if you were going to start an NFL franchise right now, who would be your quarterback? Do you take a young stud? Like, do you take a Jaden Daniels? Or do you take, like, a verified baller? I felt like the top 3 options were Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert.
Ah, that's pretty interesting.
I know technically Mahomes should be there, but I'm just a hater. Like, I'm actually a fucking full-blown hater. And I'm not taking Patrick Mahomes.
What an idiot.
The weekly Will Levis meme is here. There really is one every single time, huh? Will Levis really got benched with his ex-girlfriend in attendance? Did Will Levis's ex-girlfriend show up to watch the Titans? What kind of hater activity is that? No. What kind of fucking excuse does this chick have to go to a Will Levis game? That's actually so, like, what the fuck? Why is she there? Am I missing something? This is so not comparable because it's so much less cool. But if one of my ex-girlfriends showed up to my Twitch stream, I'm doxing her IP. I'm leaking the news. Well, I guess Will Levis already did that, huh?
What the fuck?
Or maybe they're still clapping. Maybe he's still clapping her cheeks. Maybe they're working it out. This looks like it might be her sister, though. I'm not above taking the lesser of the 2. Listen, Will, you can have yours. I'll take the runner-up. I'm not the bigger man, okay? I'm not above that. In fact, I'll even go for number 3. The bottom of the barrel. I don't give a shit. I'll take a straggler every once in a while.
I like you, man. You lie a lot.
Mike Tomlin said, get the fuck away from me to a ref. I want to see this. Mike Tomlin was acting like he had bad breath or something. Tajay Spears crowd surfing into the end zone is one of the coolest touchdowns of the season. Dog, he had an electric game too. He actually balled. I don't know why more NFL running backs do not jump over the pile. You know how incredibly difficult it is to stop a jump over the pile? You have to perfectly jump with the back. By the way, he's wearing the Guardian cap. I don't know if you guys noticed that. The only time I've ever seen a successful jump over the pile was Ohio State, Michigan State stuff. I gotta find this clip.
5 minutes later.
Oh my God, the internet's so riddled with fucking dog shit content that I can't even find a classic college football play anymore. I'm going to get Donovan. I went to Michigan State with my buddy Donovan. He's a fucking encyclopedia. I'm going to get the answer right now. So it turns out it wasn't against Ohio State. I'm an idiot. And Donovan knew literally instantly exactly what I was talking about. This is literally what he just said to me word for word. He said, 2013, Rose Bowl against Stanford, Kyler Ellsworth. Bingo. Holy shit, Donovan's built like that. This is the exact play I'm talking about. The ref at the bottom mistakenly waved his arms to freeze the clock for 4 seconds, giving the Saints enough time to spike the ball with 3 seconds left. Time should have expired and it nearly cost the Commanders a win. I do not understand what happened here.
On 4th down, throws underneath, and they pick up the first. Down to the 1.
10 seconds left.
No timeouts for the Saints.
Like, why the hell would you wave your arms there? What should the clock be stopped for?
As they hustle back up to the line. 5 seconds. Rattler will spike it.
I think everyone who works at Electronic Arts should have to legally watch this clip, by the way. Not sure if you've ever tried to run no huddle in Madden, but it automatically milks 19 seconds off the clock, no matter what down and distance you're in. There's 16 seconds on this clock. If you tried to replicate this in Madden, you would lose the game infinitely. By the way, that's not the case in college football. The devil finally coming to collect the soul of Patrick Mahomes. Oh, wow. And dude, this is one of like the first ever scary movies that I saw. I think I was like 12. And this shit scared the hell out of me. Everybody wants to be in an MMG video. You clout chasing ass bitch. Let's see the replies. I want to find at least one person hating on me. Liam said, me too. MM Thanks. Hey, zip it up when you're done, buddy. Why don't you just zip it up when you're done glazing my cock? Same, bro. Goat real. Hi, YouTube. True. Bro's trying to steal the sauce. Same. Me too. Goat. Hi, YouTube. True. Oh, wait. These are all the same. All right. Geno Smith leading the Seahawks into the red zone. Was that the opening slide? Is that what I think that is? Is this the... Whoa! I'm not doing it. I'm not starting the video like that. Seahawks fans, Geno Smith is terrible. Sam Howell enters the game. Seahawks fans. Yeah, if you thought Geno was bad, wait till you find out, gentlemen. Sam Howell drops back to pass. Yay! Hey, he gave his boy a shot, I guess, right? Mahomes doing an impression of his father trying to walk in a straight line.
4th down, Mahomes.
Bro, usually the memes start out like pretty tame and then they get worse. But no, they started out pretty bad.
But got caught underneath.
That's crazy.
Tomlinson and Hall.
Mahomes was walking like his dad taking a sobriety test. CJ, I hate to break it to you. That's literally the exact joke that's already laid out right here. That's the exact idiot. Derrick Henry in my lineup for the first round of the fantasy playoffs. Dude, that is like, you gotta get a bye in the first round because like, dude, if your team gets carried by a player like a Derrick Henry or a Jamar Chase and then you get to the playoffs and then they suck, your odds to make it beyond that are just like 0. Tua in the huddle before dropping his 3rd interception of the game and ending the Dolphins season.
Oh, let's go plan our trip to Cabo, or let's go plan a trip to Mexico.
Let's go plan a trip to Cabo. I think I couldn't agree more. I'll see you in Cancun, buddy. Dolphins season on the line, and Tua's brain was sloshing around his skull all game like Hawaiian Punch. Okay, it's really hard to analyze NFL level film and be like, oh, I'm a great quarterback. But honestly, dude, what on earth? This might have been a quad covered Tyreek Hill. I would love to see this play from a different angle. Oh, was this a pick 6? Damn, H-Chan, nice tackle. It was a hell of a tackle. But like, this is a separate interception I'm about to watch. Like, I can understand this one because it's single coverage. It's a bad ball, and you shouldn't have thrown it. But at least I can understand it to some degree. You know, sometimes your Tyreek Hill comes down with it. No part of that is on Tua. No part of that is on Tua. Derek Stingley just big bodied him. That was a ridiculous interception. Stingley is a dog. Tua Tagovailoa after the Dolphins ship him. Bro.
A bum. That's what he is.
Mac Jones hitting the Rizzler celebration after a spin move is not something I thought I'd ever see. Good God, did he really? He hit a spin move? When does Mac Jones hit a spin move? I did not see this. That was a low-key so clean. Stop. Honestly, Mac Jones is one of my favorite NFL quarterbacks. He does not give a fuck. He knows he's not the starter. He doesn't give a shit to be the starter. He's just having a good time and getting a bag to play mediocre football. I love a guy like that. Tell me T-Law's making this spin. Fuck no, T-Law's got a bazillion-dollar contract to worry about. Only a guy like Mac Jones, Will Levis, Aiden O'Connell, they make that spin move right there. Even the Eagles' assistant coaches are sick of Nick Sirianni.
Yeah, everyone's a little fired up down there. Got Big Dom in the back. Trying to calm everyone down.
Philadelphia, yeah. Honestly, Philly fans love that shit. Darius Slay started throwing punches after getting manhandled by Darnell Washington. Darnell Washington is like the biggest tight end in the league. I have not seen this clip, but why on earth would you start something with Darnell Washington? Darnell Washington is fucking gigantic, bro. I mean, it's a hold, but if you're Darnell Washington, you don't really even need to be holding here. You could just, I mean, this dude, they literally drafted him because he's gigantic. That is why Darnell Washington got drafted. This guy has stone hands, but he can block. It's definitely a frustration thing. Like, if you're pissed off, you throw punches. But, like, the NFL helmet is made to endure, like, full brunt hits helmet to helmet. Why on earth would you throw a punch at it? All you're gonna do is hurt your hand. It's just crazy. Not the smartest move by Darius Slay. I'll admit it. Giants fans flew another plane over MetLife Stadium today with a new message. Mr. Mara, enough. We won't stop until you fire everyone. Somebody's paying good money for this. Honestly, I respect it because you know he's seeing it. How else do you get to the owner? Imagine getting eliminated from the fantasy playoffs because Jonathan Taylor dropped the ball short of the goal line. I had no dog in this fight. Watching this piss me off so bad.
It's happened more than once this year. The player's not breaking the plane of the goal line.
This isn't even acceptable at like the junior high school level. Jonathan Taylor is a Pro Bowl running back. How does this happen? It doesn't make any sense. How does this happen? How are people this dumb year in and year out? This happened like 5 times this year at the professional level. Me sliding into my crush's DMs at 3 a.m. Never had a chance. 70 is insanity. I feel like the only way that we're going to see a 70 in the NFL is with very serious wins. What Justin Tucker did to me...
What do you mean by that?
...is the absolute maximum you're going to see inside of a dome. I don't see how you get further than that inside a dome in a real NFL game. Harrison Butker directing his wife to make him a sandwich. What the hell is Harrison Butker motioning to? What could he possibly be motioning to? I've never seen a kicker motioning like this before. Do something, Caleb. You're the #1 overall pick. Caleb Williams. Wow, AI has gone too far. These recasts from Polymarket. Okay, I don't hate these. I think this is an ad, but I don't hate these.
Football is fucking trash again. Holy shit. The Vikings just ragdolled the Beijing Bears.
The Beijing Bears.
And played like cancer. Too far. This wasn't the first time Caleb Williams got dominated by an aggressive D all night long.
Bro.
Diddy or Jay-Z. Caleb Williams is the official tank commander of the Chicago Bears, and he is thriving in his new role. Speaking of military-grade tanks, the Oakland Raiders just put up an all-time great bed shit.
This game was so dog shit. I knew it was over when Caleb Williams showed up dressed like a bisexual substitute teacher. Honestly, the coffee in hand just kind of completes the outfit. Like, the fit itself is a little goofy, but the little coffee makes him really look like he's walking in for his first day as a sub. Bears left tackle Kieran Amagadeji on Caleb Williams after getting drafted by the Bears.
How can it feel?
He won't get touched behind me, I promise you that.
I pray that we watch now the clip of him getting dogged by Dallas Turner.
Words, you guys.
You sure about that? You sure about that?
This is the clip. Oh, that's not the clip. Maybe Dallas Turner did it to somebody else, but Dallas Turner had one of the quickest sacks I've ever seen. The Chicago Bears offensive line, just 4 Drewskis.
You got me.
What playing quarterback for the Bears does to a man. Yeah, he was not having fun over there. The Bears are 2-14 versus the NFC North since Ryan Poles said this.
The last thing, the most important piece is we're going to take the North and never give it back.
I mean, you got to rile the people up, right? You got to get them excited. You got to say something to rally the troops. It certainly doesn't help that the NFC North is the best division in football right now. I'll give you a little bit of credit there, but come on. The Chicago Bears cycle. Draft a rookie quarterback in the first round, fire your dog shit head coach, hire another bad head coach, fire the GM, hire a new GM who wants to draft his own QB, then draft a rookie quarterback in the first round again. I will stand on business so hard. I still think Caleb Williams is amazing. There's just too much that's bad in the Chicago Bears organization. Give him some time, gentlemen. Give him some time. Jamarcus Russell, I'm the biggest draft bust in NFL history. My brother in Christ. Jamarcus Russell ordered like 4 Wendy's Baconators a day and put on about 1 billion pounds. They are not comparable, okay? And I'm not even glazing, okay? I'm not trying to glaze. He's ass. They're struggling. The Bears are ass. He's not Jamarcus Russell ass. Yeah. Tyreek Stevenson's mocking the Skol chant down 10-0 after intercepting a 4th down pass to give the Bears offense worse field position is all-time stupid.
That's one he probably should have just dropped. They lost yardage on it with it being 4th down.
You gotta love how the announcers literally Aikman going, you know they lost yardage because it was 4th down.
They lost yardage on it with it being 4th down.
Michael Penix Jr. looking at Raheem Morris on the Falcons sideline every time Kirk throws an INT. The NFL is just so weird, bro. Kirk on primetime, like in what, week 6 or something, threw like 500 yards and 5 touchdowns, including an overtime win. And now he's super hot ass for 5 straight weeks. What's going on? I only had 2 slides of Ghetto Gronk, so we're gonna go to the poverty meme page, NFL Memes IG. If this doesn't tell you something about society, NFL Memes IG has 2.3 million followers. You know why? Because this is a casuals account. And there are way more casuals than there are certified ball knowers. You see, if you're a man of culture, you follow Ghetto Gronk. Regardless, I'm going to use your content for my gain. Thank you very much.
We don't have to go there. I mean, you're not wrong.
The last win at MetLife Stadium. Rangers, February 18th. New York Giants, January 7th. Holy shit, that's crazy.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
Saquon Barkley tried so hard not to break character, but just couldn't. What is this?
Go get him.
So what do you know about Eric Dickerson? What do you know about Dickerson?
I know a lot about Eric Dickerson. I know that,
It's not that bad. You know, some people just have a stutter too, so I don't know if I want to laugh at this one. Josh Allen. Dude, I don't want to see my Lions getting shit on. This was a wizard-ass throw, bro. That's disgusting. I can't even make that throw in the video game. They won't let me. It will be inaccurate every time. They literally won't. If you're rolling left and you try to throw back across the body right, leading a receiver, it will be inaccurate. 99% of the time. It's disgusting. Josh Allen's last 3 games, he was sacked 0 times, no fumbles, no interceptions, 1 negative play, and that was a kneel down. Yeah, you know what's funny? Like, the narrative so long for Josh Allen was he was a turnover machine. Till this year, he's been so good with the football. Mike McDaniel is now 3-15 against teams above 500 with the Dolphins. That's honestly, like, that is really, really bad. Chiefs corner Trent McDuffie said that he saw a pass coming his way on the Jumbotron, so he turned around and caught his first interception.
For whatever reason, I somehow glanced up at the Jumbotron because it was a scramble drill and just saw him launch it. And I was like, that's to my side, so let me just turn around and caught the ball.
That's actually insane. You can actually kind of see the second that he acknowledges it on the Jumbotron. Because, yeah, I mean, he's kind of like face guarding here. Like, there's no way that he could know this ball's coming.
Whatever reason.
But like right here, wait, watch his face. You can see him acknowledge the Jumbotron. Right there, right here. This ball's already in the air. That's actually insane. Look, he's not looking at the receiver. He's glancing up right now at the Jumbotron, whips his head around, finds it. Dude, if he doesn't do that, he gets mossed here. What a stud, dude. DJ Stroud in year 2 after defenses have over a season's worth of tape on him.
We can take our time. We're paid by the hour. Potholes, we don't care. Because we just don't. Yeah.
Dude, I love that on the internet now. There's like entire people getting so famous off of just looking like someone else. There's the Jalen Hurts UPS worker. There's this CJ Stroud dude. There's the chick that looks like Brock Purdy. That's it. That's all you got to do anymore. You just got to look like somebody. CJ Stroud visiting his dad in prison after shitting.
How did I end up with a son like you, eh?
Bro, chill. Since this moment, CJ Stroud has had 15 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. Caleb Williams has had 17 and 1. What? Slide 3 should say 16 touchdowns, 11 interceptions for Stroud, and 17 touchdowns, 3 interceptions for Caleb. Still, though, that's actually crazy.
I'm taking those hits. Yeah, I know. Hey, learn from, look, come here. Learn from those mistakes
And everything that you got, bro, is in you already, bro. You're going to be a hell of a player in this league. Yep. All right, boy. Appreciate it. For sure.
Honestly, like, I kind of get where Caleb's coming from in this clip, because if you watch this clip, Caleb looks kind of pissed off. CJ Stroud's only been in the league another year than him. CJ Stroud's not really the guy to give you that pep talk. Who knows? Maybe Caleb Williams really appreciated this, and he's just pissed off in the moment because they lost. See, but like, he looks pissed. But I get it, though. Like, that's not the dude. The Tom Brady's and the Aaron Rodgers, those guys can give you those tips. CJ Stroud literally has been in the league for a year. CJ Stroud, ever since he tried telling Caleb Williams how to play football. God damn it, Anderson. You cloud chasing little shitheads, all right? It was funny one time. So Anderson, you little cuck, you're gonna get the shout out, but I'm not doing it anymore, you little fuckers. Don't ruin a glorious ghetto Gronk meme comment section trying to get on the MMG video. Don't do it.
Why are you crying?
Prayers up for Tank Dell after this gruesome knee injury.
Already missing Stephon Diggs, and it looks like it's a friendly fire right there.
Oh my God, this took me so long to figure out what the hell happened here.
Patrick Mahomes. Yes.
Oh my God, that's so bad. Jared Wayne diving straight into Tank Dell's knee. Oh no. The refs are even letting Chiefs ball boys alert them of timeouts when Andy Reid is too out of shape to walk 10 yards.
Production when it's mattered the most has still been there.
I don't think that's illegal. It's just funny. I don't see any reason a ball boy can't tell the ref. It's like, hey, he's calling a timeout. I love to shit on the Chiefs. I don't think this one has any cause. I don't think there's any cause for alarm here. Tank Dell was called for OPI on this play to knock the Texans out of field goal range.
Normally in the slot, he's working outside.
Let's go, CEO!
You're lying. He was not called OPI on that.
I don't see offensive pass interference on that. Working outside.
What? That's a horrible call. Holy shit, that's a bad call. CJ Stroud in year 2 after spending the entire offseason going on podcasts. This is what I mean, bro. There's so many people who are famous just from looking like a guy. CJ Stroud after his rookie deal is up. What is this clip? This doesn't even look like it's an ad or a meme. What the hell is this clip? CJ, you didn't even get paid for this clip, buddy. At least Bryce, Bo Nix, at least they probably got like 100,000 from Raising Cane's. You did this shit for free? Patrick Mahomes recovering from his ankle injury. We knew this was gonna happen though, right? Like, we all knew. He does it every year. Patrick Mahomes for hell. Whoa, 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 whoa! Jesus! What the fuck? Go, bro. Bo, the run game is no longer working. We need you to throw past the line of scrimmage. Bo Nix. How do I go about this? What the fuck am I watching? What the fuck is going on here? Is this him? Oh my God, this is the guy that was in the video. Line of duty shooting survival, medically retired cop. Wait, so he's posting these videos himself? Oh, it's actually kind of wholesome. Get a Gronk, what the fuck? Holy shit. Bo Nix, coach, we're up 21-10. What's the play call? Choke! Choke! Broncos fans watching their team blow a 21-10 lead and get outscored 24-6 in the second half of a playoff clinching game. I think they still make the playoffs if they win any of their next games, right? But yeah, that was, I mean, is it on Sean Payton or is it on Bo Nix? Like, was the play calling bad or was Bo Nix refusing to throw the ball downfield? Because I was very confused watching that game. Bo Nix average air yards per throw was 2 yards or 2.6 or something. 2.6 fucking yards? That's barely further than me to this corner. That's how far Bo Nix was on average throwing the football. Also, I really hope there's a slide on Bo Nix's ladder. In the second half. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Sean P. For the record, if this is really Sean Payton, this should imply that Sean Payton's kid had his friends over and they convinced Sean Payton to rip a bong. And then one of Sean Payton's kid's friends decided to record Sean Payton doing this and then leaked it. What the fuck is wrong with you, bro? What kind of friend are you that you would record your friend's dad doing this and then leak it? Like, you're such a piece of shit. It makes me so mad. If this is really Sean Payton, I hate that this kid did this.
Good man. Yeah, you are.
Also got super gay there at the end, but whatever. This rare play was the first fair catch free kick field goal since 1976. This shit made me so hype, by the way. This is one of my favorite NFL rules, and I made a video on it a long time ago, and yeah, it literally almost never happens. Of course, Harbaugh is the one who finally uses it.
It's a 15-yard penalty. We'll get it on time down, and LA will have two options. They can either snap the ball or they can do a free kick for a field goal, which we haven't seen in forever.
We just said crazy things are going to happen here.
Free kick for a field goal.
Can he bang it through? On its way, it is.
Bang. Now, here's the thing. If the kicking team interferes with the receiver who has signaled for a fair catch, the receiving team will have the option to extend this period by attempting a fair catch kick or by a snap from scrimmage after enforcement of any applicable penalties. So basically, you get to kick a field goal, but the difference with this field goal, you can do kickoff steps on it. I know that the current NFL record field goal is 67 yards, but do you understand how far an NFL kicker could kick a field goal if they had kickoff steps? You know how often NFL kickers will just drill through the uprights on kickoff? Because, dude, when you take like 10, 11 steps like that, holy shit, you can hammer the football. So, like, I'm waiting for the day that an NFL team, it's going to be many years till this happens, but an NFL team does this again, except instead of whatever this was, a 60-yarder, instead of that, it's like a 72 or a 73, and the new NFL record field goal is going to be like ridiculously far just because of this rule. I can't wait.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Justin Herbert in the second half when he remembered he's Justin Herbert. Hey! Is this Legend of Korra? I didn't ever watch this, bro. After Avatar, I just fell out of touch. Justin Herbert has the best... I totally thought this was going to be slander. That was an absolute rocket. That was gorgeous. That great effort, amazing concentration. Shut the fuck up. That was one of the best throws you're ever going to see all season long.
That's a quarterback that's determined. Look at this ball tipped by...
Oh, they're talking about the two-point conversion. This two-point conversion play was actually so sick. Josh Palmer, one of few Canadians in the NFL. Dog. Justin Herbert and Bo Nix played each other in college back in 2019. Tonight they faced off in Herbert's 5th NFL season, while Nix is just a rookie. And you know what? Frankly, they're both pretty good. Bo Nix has put up a very impressive year. He's not my offensive rookie of the year, Jaden Daniels. He certainly isn't, but Justin Herbert saving the Bengals playoff hopes tonight.
I never said...
I think the Bengals still need some miracle shit to happen, though, right? I think their odds to make the playoffs right now are 5%. If the Bengals make the playoffs, I will be so shocked. Bo Nix, when he has to throw farther than 5 yards out.
Hey, you know what time it is? You know what time it is? This together as a team. Don't know what the you laughing at.
Anybody who's ever played football has had this moment where someone in the huddle is trying to give a hype-up speech and they mess up their words, and then someone starts laughing, and then everyone starts laughing. This is very wholesome. I actually really like this. Quentin Johnson becoming an NFL wide receiver despite not being able to catch a football is a reminder to never give up on your dreams. One thing I will say, that's insane. For the record, guys, there's 4 minutes left in the game. The Chargers are up by 3, and Quentin Johnson just dropped the football, meaning the clock also stops. Like, this is another 40 seconds you can burn and 5 yards if he just catches the wide open fucking football. This is unbelievable.
To be a problem. Not only does he not pick up the yardage here, it's soft coverage, take advantage of it, still would have been 3rd down. But more importantly for the Broncos...
I mean, this is horrible. I'm going to say 2 things about this. Number 1, I've noticed this before. Why do some wide receivers jump to catch the football for literally no reason at all? This ball doesn't make any sense. It's not part of his route. It's not a big jump either. He's off the ground right now. Why did he do that? You can see it again at this other angle too, for no reason. Look at this. He's off the ground right now. He just jumped. Now he lands, and now he drops it. Number 2, I've never seen a receiver get so many chances. They keep targeting him. They keep going to him. He continues to be in the starting lineup. I get that the Chargers don't have a lot of depth at wide receiver. They have quite pitiful depth at wide receiver, to be honest. Their best wide receiver is a rookie. A 2nd-round rookie at that. They really have a lot of faith in Quentin Johnson. They must really like the guy. because I don't know how you could drop so many footballs and keep playing. Like, bro, I've seen running backs fumble the football and never see a touch the rest of the game. I've watched Quentin Johnson drop a ball every game. They keep going to him. Justin Herbert when his coaches and teammates aren't doing dumb shit. I cannot believe that Brandon Staley was there for so long. Unbelievable. Tonight, we're fucking on the Chargers, man. Yes, sir. And I'm giving you a baby, too, and you're keeping it, and then you're stuck with me. The Broncos in the second half. What the fuck is this video? Who pushed a horse off a bridge?
Hey, yo, what the?
This was the worst Russell Wilson goal line turnover with Tom Brady in the building, and I can't think of a close second. Well, I can probably think of a worse one, although wait a minute, I need to see this clip first.
Going to this big seam there. Wilson going to take off. Look at him go. Inside the 10. Russell Wilson decked inside the 5. Ball comes down. Who's going to grab it?
Oh, he's gone wrong. Mr. Unlimited, you got to remember that you're washed, buddy. Slide. Oh my God, he got popped.
Going to this big seam there. Wilson going to take off. Look at him go.
I can't believe he didn't slide. What a play. That's such a good play. Holy shit. Russell Wilson scrambling in 2024. It was a really good scramble. He just needed to slide, bro. He's actually been playing really well. I just can't believe he didn't slide there. Steel City, let's weld. The welding. Oh, I have seen this. This shit's wild. Bro, and like clearly they have like what's supposed to be a fire system to prevent this. Oh! Okay, Ghetto Gronk, where the fuck did you find welding mishaps? Like, where did you find these videos? The Ravens are now 2-0 since Lamar Jackson's mom cursed him out.
Do you feel like there were some opportunities to run today for you that you may have passed up?
Yeah, my mama just told me that. She just cussed me out, so like I'm mad. So like we gonna get after it, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I can't wait till this ball get on. Like, we got the Giants coming up. I'm ready to go. Like I'm just ready to go, man.
I love Lamar so much. In order, if I could pick teams to win the Super Bowl, if not the Lions, the Ravens. If not the Ravens, the Bills. Those are the only 3 teams that I would accept winning the Super Bowl. Anything else, I will call it rigged. I will say that the NFL's stupid and I'm not watching next year.
Okay, calm down, bro.
Mike Tomlin, after the Steelers choked away the division, but he still never had a losing record. Put that shit on! Dude, in all fairness, Mike Tomlin had no business winning the division in the first place. He never should have even been in contention. This Ravens team is absolutely ungodly loaded. You've got Lamar, MVP Lamar at quarterback. You've got Derrick Henry at running back. That team is so good. Steelers changed everything. They've gone through so many dog shit quarterbacks. Finally, they land on Justin Fields and Russell Wilson. Nobody thought that would be good, and they've got a spectacular record. Like, whatever. You never should have had the division. I'll defend the Steelers on this. Mike Tomlin, after he hits his 9-win quota every season.
We do not care. We do not care.
You know, the funny thing is, like, how many franchises would love to hit a 9-win quota? How many of your poverty franchises would die to hit 9 wins a year? Justin Fields right now, after Russell Wilson made the Steelers lose to the Ravens for the first time in 2 years.
So that's what y'all want to see, huh?
Steelers wide receiver George Pickens is trying to fight someone who uploaded a video about him over a year ago. You live in Pitt, just send me your addy because you can't talk about me and don't want to actually meet up unless you're a hater and these aren't takes. Or you live in Pittsburgh and aren't a fan of the Steelers, which is weird. Let's meet up, Brody. I got some news you might want to hear. Holy shit. I offered George to meet up anywhere he wants in Pittsburgh. Would love to change my mind. Frank Michael Smith, I have news for you, buddy. George Pickens does not want to change your mind. He wants to beat the shit out of you, and he definitely would. For the love of God, do not meet up with George Pickens. George Pickens is the last person I would meet up with anywhere in Pittsburgh. I don't care where it is. Even in a public restaurant, I'm not meeting up with George Pickens if he's mad at me. What is wrong with you? Do not meet up with George Pickens. Kodak Black was on a different planet at the Ravens game last night.
What you gotta say about the Ravens, big G? I love the Ravens. Hello. Hey, what about that boy LJ, man? What you got to tell the flock about that boy LJ, man?
This is such weird behavior. Why are there people just, he's clearly tweaking out. Why are they filming him? And I don't like this. Russell Wilson with the AFC North on the line. Russell Wilson when it comes to turning the ball over on the goal line in big games. No! The Ravens to the Steelers today.
Kick your ass.
That's a pretty good white guy impression, Lamar. I'm not gonna lie. That's kind of how I said it. The game hadn't even happened yet, and Stephen A. Smith was already blaming Lamar Jackson. A Ravens loss to Steelers will fall on Lamar. Dude, you can't blame Lamar. You can't blame anybody. Sports media is so dog shit. Obviously, you guys know I used to do MMG Live. I can't tell you how much I hated it. I fucking hated it. Like, legitimately talking sports with people sucks ass. Like, the only thing I enjoy about sports is watching them and looking at the memes. And everything outside of that, like, people who are really into sports media, they give me actual AIDS. I can't fucking stand it. Busting his nut all over their face on live TV is insane. I refuse to believe that that's actually what was said here.
The Tennessee fans, there has to be a lot of regret coming from down there. Oh yeah, it's terrible. I honestly am starting to feel bad for some of them, and the worst part is Thick Nut, aka Slim Nut, is busting his nut all over their face because he is partying in front of them right now.
What? He really said that?
Yeah, anytime the nut goes wild, things get crazy.
What? I can't believe he said that. That's actually crazy.